Okay, good morning and welcome back. I'm gonna test it. I don't know what happened. I do apologize. Sometimes I don't know of late. Some sort of problems have been happening. The system is absolutely fine now, but I don't know what's going on. I'm hoping it's stable now. I hope you can hear me. Um, Let me just make sure you can. I don't know what happened. I do apologize. I didn't want to go on until I don't know of late. Some sort of problems have been happening. The system is absolutely fine now, but I don't know what's going on. I'm hoping it's stable now. So we are looking at it. So good morning, welcome to Season AY. And then try and see, hopefully we can get a few things sorted out. Okay. So good morning, and welcome back. You're watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. We're trying to make sure everything runs before we go fully. Want to first of all, I want to thank you all for coming back in and tuning in. If you haven't subscribed to us, if it's the first time you're joining us, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. We will always start with YouTube because we want to make sure that you don't miss out on information that we need. And there are a number of things that we're going to touch on. And you see the pictures here, but I'll talk about that in due course. Let me just make sure now that we've got everything up and running. We can go right ahead to all the platforms and we can go live and then we can begin. I'm hoping that there should be no further hiccups along the line on what we're doing now. I think we got it covered. So good morning, and welcome to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Just been trying to do one or two things, but good morning to you all. There are things that one or two things I want to touch on, but I want to start off with this discussion here and talk about this young lady, the people that you see on the screen. Look, we need collective action to put an end to the killing of indigenous people by Fulani foreigner in our own land. Self-determination now. That is what we need to focus on. Self-determination. To be honest with you, self-determination is what we need now. We cannot wait around and sort of think, this will stop. These people have an agenda and they're going for the agenda. These are the people that have been killed in the past few days, and those are the ones that we know of. Those are the ones that we know of. Deborah Samuel was killed in Sokoto. David Imo was killed in Lagos. Yomi, aka Baron, was killed in Ondo State. The two, David Imo was burnt to death. May his soul rest in peace. Deborah Samuel was burnt to death for a lie about whether or not she was blasphemous. And by the way, you've seen the video where I've spoken about the fact that there is nowhere in their Quran that states that anybody should be killed. Some young lady came, a very misguided young lady came on air and started saying, how many times have we abused your religion? This is not about your religion. And she's speaking Yoruba. And what is actually quite shocking about that is that she doesn't understand that the Fulani agenda is to take her own land. She's busy supporting a religion, supporting the very people who are oppressing and suppressing Yoruba people. We need to wake up. Ignorance is indeed a disease, and we need to banish it. And of course, late Yomi aka Baron, killed in Ondo State. Again, all of these killings, they have one commonality. The commonality is that they've been killed by Fulanis. They've been killed by Fulanis. And we need to understand that we cannot continue to be ignorant. You see, if we are going to deal with the situation, our ignorance has to be addressed. What we are suffering from is collective ignorance, and it's been engineered that way. And I'm hoping that by doing programs like I'm doing, I'm hoping that by doing this program, please do share this broadcast as you are watching it. So We have to collectively wake up from our collective ignorance. Again, I'm showing you the pictures of people here, this is what I am trying to look at. I'm trying to make sure that you understand where things are really, really bad. Look, we've been told lies after lies after lies after lies by those in governance. And the result of the lie is what you see before you now. Please, if you're watching us on Citizen AY on YouTube, please go ahead and subscribe. And of course, you know what to do. Please do share the broadcast. We really appreciate your support. We do need your support in growing this platform. So please go ahead, share this broadcast. Help us grow it. Here's what you need to do as you're watching. Go ahead and click on subscribe to Citizen AY. So here's what you need to do. Go ahead, subscribe to Citizen AY, hit notification button, and then give us a thumbs up. Very, very important. So please, we need you to do that as you're watching us. It is of immense importance, and we're grateful for your support. Again, likewise, if you're on Facebook, if you're on Oduduwa TV Radio, this is a simultaneous broadcast on Facebook and YouTube. What we'd also urge you all to do is go ahead and subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. And also, you can also become a member of Citizen AY. Particularly, we're looking at, and we're going to shortly be explaining more about that a little bit as well. There's a group that we have called the Citizen AY Constitutional Awareness Action Group. In that group, we've been doing some discussions, and we're certainly going to go live on that and be doing some live discussions that will involve all people from Middle Belt, from Yoruba land, from Biafra or Igbo land, and all of us. I encourage us to get involved. And the simple central thing that we need to address there is, again, the issue of the ignorance, or the collective ignorance that we're suffering from. The ignorance that we're suffering from what has led to the death of late Yomi, aka Baron, late Deborah Samuel, studying, and late David Imo, a sound engineer. Our collective ignorance. Now, this has been deliberately designed by those in governance to ensure that we are ignorant to what is being done to kill us. And we are being given different solutions. You see what we are faced with. They are placing different solutions to different groups to make us believe that, if we do that, so if you're a Muslim, if you pray to God, if you pray to Allah, and you fast and everything else, you'll be safe. If you're a Christian, if you pray to Jesus, if you're very, very Christian, like, you'll be fine. If you are, whatever profession you're in, if you face that profession, you will be fine. But the commonality of what is happening to whether you are Christian, whether you are Muslim, whether you are even spiritual local, what is the commonality is that the Middle Belt people, the Biafrans, the Oduduwa people, we are all collectively being killed on a regular basis. And that is what I want us all to really address. And that is why the simple and the most important thing for us to do is how to set up a plan as to how we go about waking us up collectively as Middle Beltans, as Igbos, as Yorubas. This is like, this is the fraud that we have been lied to, that they sold to us, that have made us believe that we are one nation. The same people who are telling you to believe in one Nigeria are the same people who are telling Fulanis across the whole of West Africa to come into our nation and take our land. And they use 80%. Look, 80% of the money they're going to give to the foreigners comes from our funds. The money that's supposed to be used to build our roads, our schools, our bridges, our hospitals. And they are breezing out telling us, Kano now said, they've lost control. They are concerned. They're going to speak to the federal government. This is all lies. These are all lies. What they are doing is one thing, and we need to be very, very conscious of it. They are about taking our land. So our job right now collectively, it's not about shouting and just saying, this one is not that, fighting each other. We are facing an existential threat. That's why I said, look at the words at the top of the page. It says, you might not see it. I'll make that smaller. Can I make it smaller? I'm going to just make that slightly smaller so you can read it yourself. Sorry about this. Let me just make that smaller. I want you to see it, so that's why I wanted to show you this. Now, okay. So it says at the top of the page, we need collective action to put an end to the killing of indigenous people by Fulani foreigner in our own land. Self-determination now. So our people, you see, for you to be able to make a decision about something, for you to be able to speak up and to be able to stand up for something, you need to understand exactly what it is about. Now, if you are going around believing in one Nigeria, and as they told you, you see, what they are very good at doing is that they come and talk on TV. Oh, we restore calm for the next 24 hours. Nobody should be killed. And the governor of Sokoto State came up and spoke and all of this stuff. And they make you believe that they are really sincere. It is all a lie. We are all suffering from collective ignorance. The ignorance of the fact that the agenda of the Fulani government is to occupy our land. And what we need to do is to join forces together collectively. Now is the time, not the time for squabble. Now is the time to unite as Middle Beltans, as Igbos, as Chekiris, as whatever you want to call yourself. As long as you're from the Middle Belt to the South, our unity is sacrosanct now. These young people killed. This man here, Yomi Eke, in Ondo State, he was killed. They chased him. The Fulanis had been tracking him. They chased him off his bike. May his soul rest in peace. We're still trying to do one or two things and organize. He was chased off his bike. They had been tracking him for a few days. So when he was going about his business in Ondo State. Suddenly he saw Fulanis chasing him. He had to run off. He felt he was encircled. So he ran off. And you know what he did? They used, according to reports, they used sniper guns to shoot him. As he was running away from them, they couldn't reach him, so they shot him dead. Now, look at the case of Deborah. Deborah is a student in Sokoto studying. And she said, now here is not where we should be discussing religion. Next minute, they burnt her to death. They accused her of being blasphemous towards a religion of Islam. And this is all lies. These are pure lies. And we are still believing in one Nigeria. Their agenda, let me be clear, in case many of you may not be aware, and let me bring this to your attention. So I'm trying to not just talk alone here. We need to come up with solutions as to how we are going to make ourselves safe in our own land. Let me show you the other thing I want to go show you. Sorry. Let me just go ahead and show you this now. 1 second. Where is it now? I want to show you something right quick. If I can, I'm going to bring you everything that is being done is to what you see in here. And until we all address and make sure we understand that, until we address that and really understand what is going on, we're playing, we're not really addressing the issue. And we need to address it. It says here, full screen. Let me go, I'll make it small. Is it? Can you see it? I'm trying to make sure you can see it, because it is important, the message that it contains. So let me just see what you can see. I'll make that smaller here again. Sorry. Somebody's calling me. Okay, somebody's giving me a call. Hello, caller. I'm live on air right now. Hello. Can you? Hello. You're talking to Citizen A live on air. I'm live on air.
Okay. I wouldn't be on live. I wouldn't want to be on live.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Okay. So, hello. So now, what I'm trying to say, somebody called, but they will call me later on. So, but I wasn't prepared to take the call now, but I wanted to just talk about this. So now, look, this is their agenda. And it is time we wake up to this, please, my people. This is their agenda. Sorry. This is their agenda. I'll come back to that one. Oh, come on. Okay, I can't take that call now. Sorry. Gabriel, okay, somebody's calling me. Again, I'm going to make them know that I'm on live. Hello, caller. Hello. Are you live on air? I'm on Citizen AY live on air right now. So if you wanted to.
Okay, so how long will it take me to call you back for us to have a private talk?
Okay, listen, give me about. I'll call you. I'll call you after the show. That will be about 2 hours from now. Okay, because I'm live right now.
Okay, thank you.
It's okay. I'll give you a call back.
Okay,
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Bye bye.
okay,
Bye.
can I just equally contribute anonymously?
Yes, please go ahead.
Speak?
Go ahead, my brother. Yes.
Okay. I want to be anonymous.
Okay. Yes.
And I want to feel as if I'm talking to my people from the old world.
Yes.
And the people of the dear friends.
Okay.
The people of the middle base.
Yes.
The people that want freedom.
Yeah.
I want to say this to us that right now in Festac, as is right now in a kind of barracks, as is, there is a very high tension of problem.
In Texas, in whereabouts again? In Festac.
I said in Festac.
Okay.
Festac, as is right now in Lagos.
Wow.
Is that you must pray. Okada will not hit you. If Okada hits you, you're a problem. If you hit Okada, you're a problem.
Wow.
We have a car, the one that happened just last week. We're managing the person to survive. The person that was 3rd Avenue before Nazareth School. This man was driving, trying to climb that go slow something. And a Fulani man hit him from the back with bike.
Are you all hearing? A Fulani man.
Yes. He came down and was asking him, why did you do this kind of a thing? The Fulani man has to make call. And his people...
Go ahead.
Died. Hello?
Yeah, we're here. Go ahead. We're listening. Go ahead.
They thought this man has died. They beat him into the gutter, those big gutter, and thought that they knew at Festac. And they break the car. They pieces the car.
Well, the Fulanis. These are the Fulanis, right?
The man is still unconscious in the hospital right now as I'm talking to you. Right now, day before yesterday, even as yesterday,
yes,
in Barrack side, going down to Okoko area,
yes,
where the Lagos State announced to stop Okada. And the Fulani people were chasing police and none of them can even do anything. And,
yes, I saw the video. I'm going to play the video of that again where they couldn't do anything. You're right. Yes. Go ahead.
Yes, and these Fulani people has a number, outnumbers the people in Festac presently now. Because in
what?
7th Avenue, yes.
They have outnumbered the people in Festac.
Hello?
Hey, go ahead. We're listening. Go ahead.
In 7th Avenue, 73 Road to be precise. 7th Avenue. 73 Road in Festac. The whole atmosphere, go inside, is Fulani village.
Goodness me.
The crowd there you cannot count them.
So it's all Fulanis now.
Sir?
It's all Fulanis on the 7th.
It's all Fulanis dominated houses. The Okada there are more than 5,000.
What?
I'm not talking of what you think of, because last 2 months they attacked police.
Yeah.
One police vehicle, and there was a riot. They defeated the police people.
Yeah.
The police people reinforced people from Alausa, and nothing has been done.
But
the crowd of the Fulanis has multiplied.
Do you know something? I need to ask. Did the police carry gun when they were doing this?
Yes, police carried gun, but these guys are having more sophisticated guns than
You
the
see?
police.
Are afraid of. My gosh.
The Fulanis are having more sophisticated arms
than the police. Can you guys hear? Can you guys hear?
Take any Fulani man to the police station, you are just wasting your time.
You see?
Be the one to replace him.
Exactly.
So,
Hey.
I am afraid
Yes.
That it's time for us to stand up. It's time for the youth to take back their land.
Thank you.
It's time for the people to take back their
Yes.
land. If Igbos are a problem to Fulanis, to us not to have their peace, they should tell the Igbos to go. Let men exercise peace for once.
Yes.
Could you believe that the problem right now has gone to the level whereby the Igbos have succeeded to chase the Fulanis from their ground? They have taken over the Lagos state.
Oh my gosh.
They have taken over Lagos state, and they are too aware that nobody can do anything. And any moment from now, do you know that they are within their network is so powerful that within 10 minutes they will surround the place. Nothing less than thousands of them will gather. Okada people is more than they are Fulanis in First Act.
Syria.
As an example,
Yeah.
they are times 2 of people living in First Act. It's not something. It's not. We don't ask questions. You just come and see with your eyes.
Wow.
So I'm trying to beg the people, beg our people home and abroad.
Yes.
Everybody should please forget the past. Let us unite.
Let us unite.
Let us unite. Let us unite. Let us keep aside whatsoever that has been bringing a kind of confusion.
So what do you with the Fulanis in Lagos now and they are chasing people and beating up? Shouldn't we defend ourselves as Southerners?
Now, defending yourself, remember, they are the leaders, they are the owner of the country. They are in power. Many of our leaders, as the politicians in power, are slaves to them. So, whatever you do, even in trying to defend yourself, that of Lekki, who is talking about it again? That one of Festac in Alakija, who is talking about it again? This one that happened in 23 Road, police did not even come. Those activities going on, you dare not put mouth because they are in police station in Festac. They are the most ranked person there. Before they arrive, our call will come from Abuja. So defending ourselves is like creating an atmosphere of killing ourselves until we come in agreement, unanimously have an agreement. Forget about what our forefather would have done by disappointing us. This new generation can do something better than all these things.
Wow. So in your opinion now, we should go. So you're suggesting that we should what? Have a roundtable talk with the very people who are oppressing us? I'm just trying to understand.
Now my advice is security matter is not discussed on the air.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I said I'm going to call.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. No, I understand, but I'm just trying to say. In the meantime, I understand that, and we will have that discussion, my brother. I understand that, but of course, it's the message that we send that is very important. One thing, if obviously, I mean, you've seen the video where Bala Muhammad said that all Fulanis from West Africa, they are welcome to come to Nigeria, and the government. He said the government are giving 80% funding to house them, to take them into our country using our own money, and they are giving them land. Each of the states that bring them in, they take land from the people there and they give to the Fulanis. In that view,
Well, that one can only now happen at the west, because at the eastern part of the nation, nobody, even if they dream it, if they wake up, they will go and take malaria medicine because they know it's malaria that disturbs them.
Wow.
And if such, that is why I will not go beyond.
No.
We want to finish the rest.
Yes.
When we are talking.
That's it.
I'm speaking to the world now.
Yes.
The world should have it in mind.
Yes.
That this slavery, we can't hand it over to our children.
We can't. We cannot. This is what I'm saying. So let me be very clear. So just so I understand you, you are in support of our right to self-determination as indigenous people. You're in support of that. That's that does not.
Now I am giving more than 100%
okay.
support.
Good.
With all my strength, ideas, and whatsoever. That's why I said I have enough to say
Yeah, but of course, listen. I'm gonna call you after the broadcast, so we can really, I'll give you a call back because I got your number here. So we will talk about this a bit more and look at how we're gonna do things. So thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate you. I appreciate your call. Thank you. Thank you. Bye for now. Okay, you too. Thanks. Bye. So my people, you're hearing. I just started this broadcast this morning with no intention of really trying to highlight what is going on, and you can see on air right now. 1 second, please. I do apologize. I forgot to put the picture of myself on here. So a minute. Sorry. Let me just see if this is gonna work. Sorry about that. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. My picture was not there, so you weren't able to see me. So that's for those of you on Oduduwa TV radio. This morning there was a call that just came in. Apparently, the message is this: right now, in Festac, there's the 7th Avenue, 73 Road. That there's been some serious problems there with over 5,000 Okada riders in Festac. Now, the person didn't want to leave their name and things, and I understand that. But that is the problem that we are facing. This is what I keep saying. If we just stand by, ignorance is a disease. That's why the caption I put on earlier on is very apt and very important for us to make sure we share. It says here, this is their plan, and they are sticking to this plan. The plan that they used, they're following what Uthman Danfodio did in 1807, I believe it was. It's 1807 or thereabout, whereby they came and took several places, including Sokoto, from the houses. And now they're trying to do the same thing for the whole nation. And listen to those words. The new nation called Nigeria should be an estate of our grandfather, Uthman Danfodio. We must ruthlessly prevent the change of power. We use the minorities in the north as willing tools and the south as conquered territory, and never allow them to rule over us, and never allow them to have control over their future. Sir Ahmadu Bello. This is their plan. And that is why we cannot continue to be quiet. We cannot continue to be quiet in the face of this nonsense going on. And I want to urge us all, those who are in power now, they need to really take note of what is happening. And we cannot be silent. Let me show you why this is of immense importance. Yesterday, you would have seen this video, but I want to bring it out again. And then I will then show you another video of what Sanwo-Olu said. Because it's important, and don't count on Sanwo-Olu's words, because they are empty. The words are empty. You had the caller there. We are now a Fulani nation, and it is up to us to defend and protect ourselves. So let me just get one more video out, because I want to play it back to back, so that when you're getting it, you can really get the message immediately. And let me just see if I can get that other video out as well, because it's very important what is being said here, and how we express it. Okay, I can see. 1 second, please. Give me a minute. But like I said, look at those three. The girl in the middle killed in Sokoto. The guy to the right killed in Ondo State. The guy to the left, as I'm watching it, killed in Lagos State. And they are all Southerners. And we are all just standing there looking. This is why I am saying to you that there is no protection. The man said it. Anytime a Fulani man does something, they get a call, and you heard him say that if you go and report to the police, you are the one who will replace him in the cell. You are the one who will replace the Fulani in the cell. So what are we waiting for? What is it that we are taking, we think that we're going to achieve by just being quiet? We are being silenced and killed in our own land. We need to take collective action. And I'm asking you all, you saw that explosion. Also, that's another thing I'm going to play. I'm going to play a video about the explosion, whereby they talked about the fact that what they were calling an explosion, there's a guy who said it. It was on a rise, and I will play that again. He talked about the fact that it was not an explosion, it was a bomb. And they said it was dead, and that he said they should quote him as he's saying it. These are realities that all too often that we are ignoring, and we can't continue to go on like this. We can't. This is the future of the coming. What future are we living for the coming generation if we are silent in the face of this blatant aggression? What future are we living for them? What future are we living for them? So I am bringing this to our attention collectively, that our steps that we need to take now is to set up vigilante groups in our areas. You have the right to self-determination. You have the right to life. That is a God-given right. Nobody has the right to take your life, and you need to defend that life with everything that you have. How can it be okay to have 5,000 Okada riders in Festac area, all Fulanis? How can this be allowed? How can this be okay? And these young people that you see here, lives taken. They got families. This young man, David Imo, was not even the one on the Okada, yet they took his life. This young lady was going about studying her studies and saying, let's focus on the studies. And they turned it into blasphemy, which again, I've played a video that conclusively shows that Islam does not permit anybody to take somebody else's life for abusing Muhammad. Because indeed, Muhammad supports, and he says, just walk away from that area. That's the exact the quote word for word. I will play that video again in due course. But I want you to watch this one first. Let me do this. Let me do this first. I want to make sure. Have I got that video? I want to make sure if I haven't got it so that you can share. I will play it. I don't want to just talk again. I don't want to just talk alone. And we are being sold down the river by our own leaders, by our own southern leaders, because they are telling us they got money. And this is not about money. This is about our lives. This is not about money. This is about our lives as citizens in that contraption called Nigeria. And we need to break away.
It was a suicide bomber that came. And I want you to pass this information across the way I'm telling you now. It was not gas explosion. It was a suicide bomber. We saw him
taken away.
So that is a fact.
We are ignorant of the fact that that constitution is a fraud. And that is why we are bringing this to your attention. We need each and every one of us to be involved in this process, to take this head on. David, a sound engineer, he wasn't even the Okada rider. He was. They killed. They looked for somebody to kill, and they know that nobody is going to, because the police will not do anything if they kill, so they kill at will. Do you understand what I'm saying? They kill at will because they know that the police, the army, all of them, they are. You heard the caller said it. He said the Fulanis, they have more firepower than the police. They have more firepower than the police. Now, let me do something whilst I am just in the middle of all of this. I wanted to just get you. Now, let me play. I'm going to play one video. I'll play one after the other. This is the video of what happened yesterday, where the police were running away from the Fulani. Now, who is the security force? Is it the police or the Fulanis? They were running away, as we now understand, because the Fulanis had more firepower than the police. Now, listen, watch it. Sorry about this. 1 second. And let's just adjust something here quickly. So now, let's watch this now.
Syria and Nigeria police they hide.
Oh, 1 second, please.
Syria and Nigeria police hide, they run. Say about where they pursue them.
Yeah, sorry about that. Let's do it again. Now watch this. Sorry about that.
Syria and Nigeria police they hide.
See?
Syria and Nigeria police
they are hiding from the Fulanese. You see?
Where they pursue them. See where they pursue them. Secret of Aboki. See Nigeria police they run. See Nigeria police they shoot, they run. Aboki they pursue them. See Nigeria they run. Nigeria police. See them they run, they shoot. See Aboki where they pursue them. See Aboki. See how when they pursue them, they come. See road. Everywhere. See road. See road. Everywhere. No road. Everywhere. Nigeria police, they shoot gun, they run.
See?
See Nigeria police, they shoot gun, they run. Aboki, they pursue them, they come. See where they pursue Nigeria police reach. See Nigeria police, they run. See Aboki, they pursue them, they come.
You see?
Aboki hold stick, Nigeria hold gun. Nigeria police hold gun. See Aboki. Aboki hold stick, Nigeria police hold gun. See that they run, they run. See that they run, Nigeria police they run. Nigeria they run.
Those are the ones, those are the Fulanis that believe in one Nigeria. And they are attacking the police. What does that tell you? That is your one Nigeria for you. They are telling you to support one Nigeria. That is your one Nigeria for you. Watch. See?
See film. See film. Watch film. Nigeria film. Nigeria police versus Aboki. Bike people.
So, there you have the first video. Now, I'm going to play the next one. I want to play the next one. Again, keep in mind, these are Southerners, Middle Belters and Southerners that are being killed on a daily basis. Now, I'm going to play you, and we need to take action. It is time to understand that the Constitution as it stands is actually a threat to our lives. It is a threat to us as indigenous people. And we need to really understand that and use that as a basis upon which we now go for vigilante groups, self-determination by way of vigilante groups. The people that can create anything or build anything are the ones who are going to be who are alive in their own land, and we need to protect ourselves. We have the right. The police and the army, they are not there to protect you. They are there to ensure that the Fulanis get their way. Even if you go to you've had the man say, if you go and complain to the police about what the Fulanis are doing, a call from Abuja will release them. You will be replacing them in jail. Now, let me show you the next video to see this share he now, this is a statement made by Sawolu. He made a statement. Listen to the statement too. And I will then tell you what I think of that statement afterwards. Let's listen.
The whole of Ikeja local government, the whole of Sule local government, the whole of Intiosa local government, the whole of mainland local government, the whole of Apapa local government, and the whole of Lagos Island local government. A total ban. A total ban.
We're not, see, they are all clapping. The fools. Fools are clapping. So you make you talk, you think that will take action. Let's carry on. Fools.
From the 1st of June. This is the first banning that we're going to be embarking on, so that others know that in a short while it's either to get out or for something else to do. And from 1st of June, there are LCDs that are underneath them. We're going to publish them. We're going to list all of them, and so we're given the notice now, right, where you can begin to do your recce, begin to do, your strategy. From the 1st of June, please to want all of the Okada to be completely off this major road.
Now, 1st of June, your governor is telling you 1st of June. What is happening right now today? Today, on the call, somebody called. Let me see if I can play that back to you live even. I'm going to try and endeavor to play back what the caller said to you live, if I can get to that video. He just called literally moments ago, and they said that right now as they speak, that in Festac, 7th Avenue, 73 Road, that there are close to 5,000 Okada riders. People are being killed by people are afraid to walk around. Because Fulanis are everywhere. How is he dealing with that problem? Can you see that announcement is empty? That announcement is empty. It's a waste of time. It's just is a pointing governor, talking without no action. We need to take concrete action. And this is telling you that that's all they will do. That is all they will do. And in this morning on channels, they said that they have, I'm going to try and get the video out for you, that they have already got in place, if I remember what the man said, that they have the laws in place already. Well, if the laws are in place already, these Fulanis don't care about the laws. So whenever an announcement that you make about, oh, you're banning them, and everybody's clapping for what? Has clapping saved the lives of the people on here? Has clapping saved these lives of these people? Has clapping saved the lives of David Imo? Because this happened, the clapping, they took the life of David Imo with the laws in place that they already said. Now let me show you this. Let me find that thing for you. Let me find it for you. Because I want to just play you that bit where they talked about, oh, they got laws in place already. This is nonsense. Look, my people, it's about saving our lives now. It's about saving our lives. You see, somebody just said the Okada ban in Lagos State needs to be total and with the immediate effect. Exactly. It should be, Babatunde, one of my good friend. Probably I'm going to be, this time to arrange something again in due course. But let's see what happens. But what I want you to understand is this. We must take collective action ourselves as people. In our communities now, we need to make them aware that the Constitution is a fraud. It is a lie. We can no longer trust anything that's been said. Whatever they read, whatever you read or hear about the Constitution that they will do to support you, it is a lie. That is why you shouldn't support any 2023 elections. You need to stop that nonsense. Wake up. Now let me go and get you that clip I wanted to show you. Then there's quite a few clips I'm going to be showing, but I wanted to really start off with the bit that's very, very important to explain. And I've seen that. Don't worry, I've seen the comment by that Alamu Mariga. He says Allah said, and that's the ignorance. You see, the people, anybody that can take a knife and go and kill somebody on the basis of what an imam said or what a malam said about their religion, and they will kill on the basis, they are displaying their ignorance. And that's what I'm saying, that ignorance is indeed a disease. So what this Adamu Mariga is saying is, the words he said is, no regret to what happened to Deborah. Whoever intends to do what Deborah did to Islam, same penalty will be imposed to him or her. So this man, he goes against that statement. I'm actually going to screenshot it. I'm screenshotting that statement now, because I'm going to highlight it. And let us make that man, let us make him famous. Since he likes to come out and talk like that. So let's find a picture of this Adamu Mariga. Let us get it out. So let us go and because these are the kind of things that we shouldn't allow to be. We shouldn't be silent in the face of. Not anymore. This is totally unacceptable. They took a life of a young lady for no reason whatsoever. And somebody comes here and dares to gloat in the face of that kind of that's shocking. That is shocking, and it is beyond. I'm lost for words that they can even come on air to even make that kind of a statement. So let me see. Is Adamu Mariga? Is it called? Let me just find that. I want to Adamu Mariga. Okay, let's find his name out. And let's do something right quick on that before I go to the next thing I was going to show you. So let's find him out. Yeah. Now, this is the man that, this is the page. This is the one that just spoke now. He wrote this. You see, Adamu Mariga. See? So they are watching us, obviously. You see? This is the face, oh. This is Adamu Mariga. You see that? That's him there. That's Adamu Mariga. That is the one that has made this comment. And I'm going to show you, screenshot the comment to you. You're not going to get away with this. You're not going to get away with it. So let's make sure that you want to talk. And I will then this is the ignorance of this man. And I will show it. We need to show that ignorance. You're not going to get away with just coming on here and spreading hate and spreading ignorance and think that we are just going to let it go. We're not going to do that. Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. You're not going to do that. So now let's do this now. So you will see it on the screen. Then then play the video behind it. This is a teaching moment. This is the teaching moment that we need to expose. So this guy here, he's just stayed down on the screen. And that's fine. You want to do that? That's okay. You know, you're expressing your freedom of speech. That's okay. But your freedom of speech, meaning that you take somebody's life. You're not. It's not even a freedom of speech. It's an ignorance. I should not. I'm not even going to dignify it with calling it a freedom of speech, because it's not a freedom of speech. That's a display of ignorance. Because his ignorance has resulted in taking the life of this young lady. So this is what he wrote. That's me there. That's him. So I'm trying to show you exactly what he wrote, so that we all know. This is exactly what he wrote. He says here, his words are. Let me make it smaller. I want you to see that bit. So, and you know, so I'll put his page in the background so you can see. So look, that's him. No regret on what happened to Deborah. Whoever intends to do what Deborah did to Islam, same penalty will be imposed to him, her. So I wrote, Islam does not permit you to take the life of anybody. I wrote that there. I'm sure, unfortunately, you can't see it. But this is the guy, Adamu. His name is Adamu. I'm just trying to show you. So that, you know, this is what we need to do. That's his face there. I'm Adamu Mariga. You can see it up there. Adamu Mariga is his name. And we should go to his page and actually make comments that, look, he's not allowed to, okay, he cannot, but anyway, we should try and leave comments to reject what he's saying. And I'm going to show you a video that actually exposes the lie of what he's saying. We need to confront these guys line by line, word for word, everything they do, that we expose their lies. Because you see, if we said it, they'll say, oh, we're just talking. But we need actual, and I'm going to bring the voice of the lady whose husband was killed. I will play that video of that again. I'm going to show this one. I'm going to download so you can see now.
Islam prescribes.
Let me just do this. So I want you to do this. You know, this is sickening. For this man to be saying this, then I'm going to now. I will play you where Islam does not allow anybody to kill on behalf of, because of abusing. This is ignorance that we need to confront. And the ignorance that we need to confront as Southerners and Middle-Belters is the ignorance of the fact that constitution is a fraud that's being used to oppress and suppress and kill us in our own land. So thank you for giving me this opportunity, Adamu Mariga, to educate you and the likes of you, that your religion that you practice, the Malams are telling you lies. Here you go. For you, for Mariga directly, here you go. We want you will learn one way or the other. You will learn, and this is shame on you to come on air, to come and glorify the death of this young lady, that her life was taken. You show no respect. This is the lady, may her soul rest in peace. And you have the guts to write what you wrote. You have the gall to write no regret on what happened to Deborah. Whoever intends to do what Deborah did to Islam, the same penalty will be imposed. This is horrifying. Now, listen to this. This message is for you, Adamu Mariga. Listen for you. Listen, and listen good.
Islam prescribes death for somebody who commits blasphemy against holy.
Let's go from the beginning.
Islam prescribes death for somebody who commits blasphemy against Holy Prophet of Islam, Muhammad, peace be upon him. Is that true? Let's see.
No, it's not true.
You see?
Islam condemns blasphemy.
Are you listening, Mariga? You better listen well.
That teaches
you're spewing
to punish
hate.
Someone just because he insulted the Prophet of Islam, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The Quran teaches us that all prophets were mocked at. It says, and there came not to them a messenger, but they mocked at him. The Quran mentions that the Holy Prophet Muhammad, may peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, was insulted, but it does not say, punish those people. Rather, Allah said to him, and overlook their annoying talk, and put your trust in Allah. The Muslims are taught in the Holy Quran that if they hear people mocking the signs of God, then they should leave their company and not sit with them until they change the topic. The Quran does not teach to punish them. If we look at the life of the Holy Prophet of Islam, Muhammad, may peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, we see that he forgave his worst enemies, even those who had hurt him and insulted him. The Quran mentions the incident of Abdullah bin Ubay, a man who said that he is the most high and the Holy Prophet Muhammad ﷺ is the most wretched. This was such a great insult that the son of Abdullah came to the Holy Prophet Muhammad, may peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, and asked permission to kill his father because he felt so insulted at what he had said. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ did not allow this. And Abdullah lived his life in peace until he passed away in the city of Medina. In fact, the Holy Prophet Muhammad, may peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, led his funeral prayer. This was how the Prophet himself treated those who insulted him.
Okay, so if Islam does not allow any Muslims
to
punish
this one is for you.
Who commits blasphemy against Islam or the Prophet of Islam, why is it that so many Muslims believe that blasphemy is punishable by death?
Because some so-called Muslim scholars exploit the issue of blasphemy to control the masses who may not have adequate knowledge of Islam.
So exactly. So the last point I said what I want to focus on. It says here, because some so-called Muslim scholars exploit the issue of blasphemy to control the masses, of which one is Adamu Mariga. You are being controlled by imams that are lying to you. They're using it. It's a control mechanism. You see, they're using it to control the masses, and you are one of the masses that they're using to control. You need to wake up. That is your ignorance. We are exposing your ignorance, Adamu Mariga. We are exposing it. Listen again. Listen to those. I want to play it all for you. For you specifically, Adamu Mariga. Since you come on the platform and start spewing nonsense, we are going to expose it. And these are the things. This is what we need to understand. This is the message that those in government, the Fulani military government, they are still in control. This is the message that they are secretly spreading to use to take your land as Middle Beltans, as Igbos, as Yorubas. We need to wake up. They're using Islam as a tool to oppress, suppress, conquer in our land and take our land. And I want you to understand, look at the significance of that, of what is being said here. Just understand what I'm saying here, and think about the words. Like I said, they say the new nation called Nigeria should be an estate of a grandfather. Like I said, like I showed you moments ago. Let me bring that quote up. This one, that is very important to understand, that they're using Islam to achieve this horrendous plan of theirs. The new nation called Nigeria should be an estate of our great grandfather Uthman Dan Fodio. We must ruthlessly prevent the change of power. We use the minorities in the north as willing tools and the south as conquered territory, and never allow them to rule over us, and never allow them to have control over their future. Sir Ahmadu Bello, Parrot, October 12, 1960. That is the agenda. So when Adamu comes and starts saying, starts talking the nonsense, this Adamu Mariga starts coming and spewing the nonsense, you know that he he believes in the lies that is that are put next to him. He believes in the lies spewed by those who are proponents of this hate that Ahmadu Bello has put in place. And how dare the southern governors, the southerners, Yorubas, allow to have Ahmadu Bello way for a person that sees your own territory as a conquered territory? Is that not a sign of enslavement? Ahmadu Bello sees your road, your land, as a conquered territory, and yet you name a road, the very last road before you get to the Atlantic, after him. Can you see how enslaved, mentally enslaved the southern leaders are? It's time we woke up. So Adamu, again, for you, we want to play this so that you understand that the message that your imams have been telling you is a falsehood. It's a lie. They are spreading falsehood to take our land, to take the land from the indigenous people. Here you go. Listen again.
Islam prescribes death for somebody who commits blasphemy against Holy Prophet of Islam, Muhammad, peace be upon him. Is that true? Let's see.
No, it's not true. Islam condemns blasphemy, but there is not a single verse in the Holy Quran that teaches Muslims to punish someone just because he insulted the Prophet of Islam, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The Quran teaches us that all prophets were mocked at. It says, and there came not to them a messenger but they mocked at him. The Quran mentions that the Holy Prophet Muhammad, may peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, was insulted, but it does not say, punish those people. Rather, Allah said to him, and overlook their annoying talk, and put your trust in Allah. The Muslims are taught in the Holy Quran that if they hear people mocking the signs of God, then they should leave their company and not sit with them until they change the topic. The Quran does not teach to punish them. If we look at the life of the Holy Prophet of Islam, Muhammad, may peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, we see that he forgave his worst enemies, even those who had hurt him and insulted him. The Quran mentions the incident of Abdullah bin Ubay, a man who said that he is the most high and the Holy Prophet Muhammad ﷺ is the most wretched. This was such a great insult that the son of Abdullah came to the Holy Prophet Muhammad, may peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, and asked permission to kill his father because he felt so insulted at what he had said. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ did not allow this. And Abdullah lived his life in peace until he passed away in the city of Medina. In fact, the Holy Prophet Muhammad, may peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, led his funeral prayer. This was how the Prophet himself treated those who insulted him.
Okay, so if Islam does not allow any Muslims to punish anyone who commits blasphemy against Islam or the Prophet of Islam, why is it that so many Muslims believe that blasphemy is punishable by death?
Because some so-called Muslim scholars exploit the issue of blasphemy to control the masses who may not have adequate knowledge of Islam.
So, Adamu, if you are coming here and spewing the hate, believing that you're speaking truth, you are being controlled by those who are using your lack of knowledge, your ignorance, to control you. The action that you take, when you take a stone and you kill somebody, or you kill in the name of Allah, saying your name of your Allah, you're committing a unforgivable crime that the Most High will ask you when you go and meet your Maker. Because those who are telling you to kill, they know it's a lie. It doesn't say anywhere in the Quran for you to kill. You got the quotes there. They even say that Muhammad, as you call him, peace be upon him, as you say, if you want, whatever. He does not support the killing of people. So when you come on air and you come and you try and talk to people and you try and think, your religion does not give you any right. Just like this young lady also, I want to really make sure we expose this to this, and this, you see, the ignorance is what we need to address. The ignorance is in two ways. One, those who are carrying out the crimes against us, because they are being used as weapons to take our land. And those who are among us, who are believing in the religion, believing that religion says so as well, they are leaving themselves open to danger, such as this young lady here. Let me see that thing that she said, because it is, when I saw this video, I felt, no, this is something that we need to speak up about. I'm hoping I've got it still. Don't know if I've still got it. Let me just check. I'll check something. I may still have it, but let me just give me. So Adamu, we are putting your picture up so that people know what you've been up to. You're spewing hate. You're spewing division by the comments that you made there. And these are the kind of things that we need to address. And you are misinformed. Above all, you are actually misinformed. So we are trying to educate you. You see? We are trying to educate you so that you understand and know better. I may even, I don't know, I'm tempted. If it wasn't for time purposes, I would have, I'm probably going to be back later on at some point and do the program in Yoruba. I might even flip and do it in Yoruba as I speak right now. If time allows. Let's have a look at this. I want to just show you something because it is so important that, again, many people are on the mistaken belief that Allah, that they are allowed to kill. It is a lie. It's a falsehood. And those are the kind of things that is being used to achieve the hidden agenda of taking over our land. And this is why the lives that they've taken, the lives of these people here, may their souls rest in peace. These three here, that's just of the ones we know. As we are speaking now, we're told that 5,000 bikes is in Festac. And people have been, some guys have been hit by Okada, and nobody complains because of this. Oh, this is horrifying. This is Horrifying. Now, let me go and do this. I'm going to just get you this one here because I want you to see this one. Because, it displays perfectly the ignorance that we keep talking about. Let me just bring... So, we need to bring this lady on board to show her that what she's saying is spewing hate. Again, I will play it. I'm going to play what she said and I will play that video again. Just for Adamu and the likes of Adamu and this lady to understand that Islam does not support the killing of anybody. It doesn't. Now, let's go and get this out so you can see it in a second. Please do share this broadcast. You're watching Citizen Anywhere, the platform where we speak truth to power. Now, here's what she's saying. Listen to what she's going to say.
I want to give you your answer now.
You see? You see?
Ẹ dákun ìgbà wo ni Mùsùlùmí tó wá tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní criticize ẹ̀sìn Christian àbẹ́sìn àbáláyé Mùsùlùmí mélòó ló jáde tó ń criticize yín ẹ jọ̀ọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run mo fẹ́ kẹ́ sọ fún mi lórí Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam kò sí nta ò lè ṣe lórí ànábì wa.
You see, there's nothing you won't do.
It's not by force to be with us.
You see?
Mo kì í ṣe by force ẹ ṣe ẹ̀sìn tí yín káwa náà ò ṣe ẹ̀sìn títí wa ẹ jọ̀ọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run mo fi Ọlọ́run bá bẹ̀ yín. Lórí ànábì kò sí nta ò lè ṣe ẹni tó bá lóun ó sọ̀rọ̀ tí ò yẹ kó sọ ẹlẹ́nu wo tó bá mọ̀ pé òun ò sọ̀rọ̀ lórí ànábì sallallahu alayhi wa sallam àwa máa pàdánù ni tó bá lóun ó sọ̀rọ̀ bí.
She's even saying wọ́n máa pa, which is that to get rid of somebody. You see this? Can you see this? Can you see? This is actually quite worrying. This is from a Yoruba person, of someone. Well, it looks like she's Yoruba. She is, and she's saying this. This is a display of ignorance that we need to address in our communities. So because, and this, she doesn't realize, if you notice, the people that are being killed and that she doesn't, are the Yorubas, the Igbos, the Middle Belters, but not the Fulanis. And she's here, wake up. Ẹni tí ó gbà wá là lọ́jọ́ àgbéǹde àlìkìyámà ẹni tó jẹ́ pé torí rẹ̀ la ṣe ń sáyé bí ayé tá wà yìí ẹni tó jẹ́ pé òun ló tọrọ fún wa lọ́dọ̀ ọlọ́jọ́ bá sí ànábì tó tọrọ fún wa sáàrò pálẹ̀ wà ní gbogbo ní ilé ayé tá wà ń sìn ní gbogbo orí burúkú gbogbo òṣì tá à ń ṣe káàkiri ní ayé ń sìn Ọlọ́run ní ti pa ayé rẹ̀ tipẹ́tipẹ́ ni. Clearly brainwashed. I'm sorry. You can believe in your religion, but to say that somebody be killed, it is not right. And I will play it again. This is not being offensive, but this is ignorance that we need to address in our communities. I hope you all understand what I'm saying. This is not about hate. This is about trying to educate and enlighten those who carry this religion with such fervor. There's nothing wrong in believing in a religion. But when you go and believe a lie, that lie can lead you to commit murder like these people have committed. Look at this. You see? Anybody to bá fẹ́ sọ trash lórí ànábì ikú ni. You see? Ọlọ́run bá ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. No, Sharia Islam ni. He didn't say it. Sọ pé Islam ò fa ìgbà kẹ́yìn pa bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kò gbà kẹ́yìn bọ́ kẹ́yìn ò gbọ́dọ̀ yọnu sí. Kí ló dé sí ìgbà mélòó làwa bọ́ ẹ̀yìn Christian àbí ìgbà mélòó làwa sọ̀rọ̀ burúkú ọ̀rọ̀ kò bá kú bẹ́ẹ̀. Ọ̀rọ̀ tí wọ́n ní ọmọ yẹn sọ ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ fún bẹ́yìn tẹ́ understand the Hausa. Ìtọ́ ọmọ yẹn wọ́n post inú group wọn ni group school tó jẹ́ àwọn student University of Sokoto wọ́n post nǹkan tó jẹ́ nípa Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam nípa ẹ̀sìn báyìí bó sì bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní sọ̀rọ̀ even tó bá ṣe pé tí ẹni yẹn post kò bá ẹ lára mu wàá dẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ pé ẹjọ́ ẹ dákun ẹ má post àwọn nǹkan tí ó jẹ́ religion something sínú group mọ́ simple as that ó wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní sọ trash Rasul igbá Rasul àwo ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní bú ànábì wa sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So, but that was not the... You see? You see?
Anybody to bá lóun blast wa.
You see?
Lórí ànábì.
You see?
Àwa pàdánù ni.
You see?
Torí ànábì kìí ṣe nǹkan tí a máa fi ń ṣe àwàdà.
You see? This is a clear display of ignorance. I'm sorry, and we need to address it. This is a clear display of ignorance. It is a clear display of ignorance that we need to address within our communities. Now, I'm going to play the video of what Islam actually says by those who brought it in, because it's not from our parts. Those who brought it, it's not even the Fulanis. From those who are, this is an expert in it who is saying the words you're about to hear. So that lady, this message is for you directly. For you to say you will kill anybody, you don't. Listen to the words of those who are practicing your same Islam. Don't take my word for it. Listen to his words.
Islam prescribes death for somebody who commits blasphemy against Holy Prophet of Islam, Muhammad, peace be upon him. Is that true? Let's see.
No, it's not true. Islam condemns blasphemy, but there is not a single verse in the Holy Quran that teaches Muslims to punish someone just because he insulted the Prophet of Islam, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The Quran teaches us that all prophets were mocked at. It says, and there came not to them a messenger, but they mocked at him. The Quran mentions that the Holy Prophet Muhammad, may peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, was insulted, but it does not say, punish those people. Rather, Allah said to him, and overlook their annoying talk, and put your trust in Allah. The Muslims are taught in the Holy Quran that if they hear people mocking the signs of God, then they should leave their company and not sit with them until they change the topic. The Quran does not teach to punish them. If we look at the life of the Holy Prophet of Islam, Muhammad, may peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, we see that he forgave his worst enemies, even those who had hurt him and insulted him. The Quran mentions the incident of Abdullah bin Ubay, a man who said that he is the most high and the Holy Prophet Muhammad ﷺ is the most wretched. This was such a great insult that the son of Abdullah came to the Holy Prophet Muhammad, may peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, and asked permission to kill his father because he felt so insulted at what he had said. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ did not allow this. And Abdullah lived his life in peace until he passed away in the city of Medina. In fact, the Holy Prophet Muhammad, may peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, led his funeral prayer. This was how the Prophet himself treated those who insulted him.
Okay, so if Islam does not allow any Muslims to punish anyone who commits blasphemy against Islam or the Prophet of Islam, why is it that so many Muslims believe that blasphemy is punishable by death?
Because some so-called Muslim scholars exploit the issue of blasphemy to control the masses who may not have adequate knowledge of Islam.
So, there you have it. So, for that woman and for Adamu, for the two of them, Islam does not allow you, permit you to take the life of anybody for abusing Muhammad or anybody. In fact, Islam says that you should just walk away from them or move from that area. And when the man that insulted, even the son of the man who insulted Muhammad came to Muhammad and said, I want to take my father's life because I feel that he so insulted you. Muhammad said, no, don't take his life. And when his dad passed away many years after that, Muhammad was there at his final prayers before he was buried. So stop spewing hate. Stop using this. You're misguided. For you as a Yoruba woman to be believing in what they're saying, you need to understand that this is what is being used to take your land. This is what they're using, the religion to come and occupy your land. You need to wake up. So I hope people are aware of that information. I might play it again, but I just wanted to bring this to attention because at the end of it, the actions of those who are ignorant has led to the killing of these two here. Certainly this third guy as well. The actions, the ignorance of these people who are believing in religion, that the religion gives them the right to kill anybody, has resulted in the life of these people being taken. Fulanis are killing at will on our land. And we are just standing there talking. We need to be doing vigilante groups across our communities. That is what I'm really here about. At the end of the day, we need our community to be aware. You see, people are reluctant. Let me explain to you how ignorance works. You see, when you are ignorant, that ignorance will not allow you to make an informed decision. That ignorance will cloud your judgment. The same thing for those who still believe in that fraudulent 1999 constitution. You see, that 1999 constitution is clouding your judgment. So when we come and say we need to break up Nigeria, no, don't break Nigeria. We want Nigeria, on one Nigeria stand. They are killing your friend. They are killing your Middle Beltans, Biafrans, Yorubas every day. You're still staying in one Nigeria. That's because your judgment has been clouded, and that is why we are trying to empower you to know the truth. Once you know the truth, you can make an informed decision, and your decision is likely not to support one Nigeria when you know the facts. And that is what we're trying to bring to your attention. So when we do things like this is very important for you to take on board, to know that this, for example, the APC crooks. I don't know if it will let me show it. Okay. I thought I had it here. 1 second. Okay. I might be able to get that back. Let's have a look. But I'm going to try and let's go for something else actually. Okay. Yeah, there's something I'm going to bring to your attention now, right quick. Go back one step. Okay. Sorry about this. 1 second. I just want to it's important we really break this down, and we need to, our communities, you see, the government, they actually enjoy spreading that kind of hate. They know it's a lie, but they're not doing anything to stop it because it's a weapon that they're using to take our land. The people, I will show you a video where people went out and they were, many people. And this is why it is so important what I'm about to show you. That we need to take, we have to go our own separate ways. To be in all honesty, that's the only way to guarantee our future. To be honest, it's past discussion now. Please, in whatever else that you want to believe, or whatever you want to take on, please, this is a message for each and every one of us. Be it Yoruba, be it Igbo, be it Middle Belt. And that's why I'm coming over and over and talking about this. What you have is a promulgation decree number 24 of 1999. You don't have a constitution. It is a fraud. It is a fraud. And they are using the fraud to kill you, to take your land every day. The only way to get out of this is to, number one, set up vigilante groups. When you set up vigilante groups, you can then, in your communities right now, and then once you have the community groups, vigilante groups, and you're protecting your lives, you can now go and organize a referendum in your community. In that community, you stand together. Once you make your declaration that you no longer want to be part of Nigeria because the constitution, they call the constitution, is a promulgation decree, a fraud. It is a fraud. You have every right to reject the fraud. This is a fraud. We have to collectively reject this fraud called 1999 Constitution. It is a fraud. The only way to reject it is to go for self-determination. You need to set up vigilante groups, protect your lives, and then organize the referendum in those communities as Middle Belt, as Biafrans, as Igbos, as and everybody else in between. That's what I'm trying to impress upon us. What they are doing is a fraud, a massive fraud. Please wake up. This is not a joke. That's what it costs lives. The lies they've told has resulted in the lives of these ladies, this just young lady, and these two men being killed. Now let me get you that video, which I was going to show you. This thing. Mind you, that's Adamu there. Let me go and get the video out for you to show you what they did. Let me just go. I will show you, to show you the level of ignorance, and that is why you need to understand that we need to take action. Deborah Samuel, let me just get this out. Yeah, I'm just gonna get this out. Now, watch this now. I'm gonna play it for you because we need to understand. This is Ben,
the complete point of sale solution for all.
So, 1 minute. So, in fact, I'm probably not going to use that one because it's going to get interfered with in a way. Not interfered with, but let me just sit on here. So, one minute. So I wanted to. The thing is, you watch in this system, the amount of people who have believed that lie, the amount of people that are. Now I'm going to show you now. Listen to this. I want you to watch this bit. You see, ignorance is very dangerous. Very dangerous. Now, you will see the amount of people who believe in the lie that I just exposed, that Muhammad said, they said they should kill somebody that is a blasphemous. Listen to it. Watch.
Muslim youths in Sokoto State trooped out in their numbers earlier today in protest against those accusing them of resorting to violence.
I want you to look at the amount of people that believe that Prophet Muhammad said they should kill. Just look. They are protesting. This, look. So when you talk and say that ignorance doesn't matter, or it doesn't, you come and you start talking and saying, oh, you believe in the lies told by the imams who are controlling your mind with lies, pure lies. It costs lives, such as it is here. The lives of these people. That man was born to death, believe you me. The lady, the brother was born to death. There are others have been born to death because of the lie. Now, let's watch it.
Violence and jungle justice following the death of female student Deborah Samuel for alleged blasphemy. The youths are asking the state government as well as security agencies to release those arrested in connection with the killing.
You see, to release those arrested in conjunction with the killing. But you are here talking about, and the nothing. And that's because you believed in the lie. You see, ignorance has a price, a heavy price. And that is why we are trying to disabuse your mind, to wake you up. This is pure ignorance, to kill somebody because an imam said, oh, they abused Muhammad. You heard it on this video, live. Nobody gave that edict or whatever you want to call it. The same thing that they're using, they're putting this, they're imposing the same lie on us with this fraudulent 1999 constitution, which is a promulgation decree. Oh, we decided that that's it. You're having this constitution and that is it. Without our say, you need a referendum. This is why we are calling out and coming out to do programs like this, to wake up our people. Ignorance is at a high, extremely high level in all our communities, and those who are in power are using that ignorance to divide, to ensure that they get their ultimate aim, which is to take our land. The non-indigenous people, the Fulanis, are using ignorance of their people to cause havoc, to kill those to whom the land belongs. The lives of the people who own the land means nothing to them because they want to take that land. And that religion is a perfect vehicle to achieve it. We need to wake up. Let's play on. I just wanted to just go back to the beginning again and look at the number of people that were standing there. Those are youths, and they were saying they should release the man. Where's the referendum? Who gave them the power? So not referendum. Who gave them the power to demand the release of somebody that committed a crime? And then you tell us to believe in the constitution. They imposed Sharia law, 12 states, without our say-so as Southerners. And you tell us we are one Nigeria. My people, wake up. Wake up.
Violence and jungle justice following the death of female student Deborah Samuel for alleged blasphemy. The youths are asking the state government as well as security agencies to release those arrested in connection with the killing.
See, they're asking for those who did the killing to be released. So so her life means nothing. Deborah's life means nothing. But you believe in one Nigeria. And the same people who are telling you, they're the ones who are saying you must believe in one Nigeria. But her life means nothing in one Nigeria. Because they said she abused Allah. Can you see the double standards in this? Can't you see it? Ladies and gentlemen, our task now is one. Let's unite as Middle Belt, as Igbos, as Yorubas, as Isheki, as everything in between. All of us now, we need to stand together and separate from contract Nigeria. It is a slave camp. They are trying to take our land. 5,000 Okadas in Lagos Even though the Lagos state government said on the 4th of June, no, there should be no Okada. That's an empty statement. There's nothing backing that up. They are powerless. Those that you see, that you believe that have power in Lagos, they are powerless. The real power is in the Northerners' hands. And they, because they will make a call to free anybody in any police station, any Fulani man in any police station across the whole of the nation. And there's nothing you as a Southerner can do about it. That's the reality that we face. So let's play on with that thing. They took her life, like they demanded that they be released without even going to court. What's the difference between that and what the Fulani terrorists are doing? The Fulani terrorists come into our farms. They kill the farmers. They destroy our crops. And as soon as they are arrested, they are released. What's the difference? Tell me what's the difference. There is no difference.
Placards with different inscriptions. Some
Please share this
protesters
broadcast.
stormed
This is very important information that we're
which is
here.
close to
We
the
do appreciate
Sultanate
you
Council
watching,
and
but don't
later
just watch.
visited the
Please share.
Sultan's palace, demanding the release of the suspect. A combined team of security operatives, including soldiers from the 8th Division, police, DSS, and SCDC, were stationed in strategic positions to prevent a breakdown of law and order.
See that? That's ignorance. You've just seen on here that it does not state anywhere in the Quran that blasphemy should result in the death of somebody. It doesn't say it. It's a pure lie. Pure 100% lie. Backed by evidence. But these people, because the people who want to use them to achieve the aim of taking our land, they don't want them to know the truth. That is why we speak truth to power on Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Please, if you haven't subscribed to us, go ahead and subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube now. Here's what you need to do that. Let's give you a reminder. Please go ahead, subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube, the platform where we speak truth to power. Subscribe, hit notification button, finally give us a thumbs up. We really need your support. But this is very important to understand that ignorance is really what they're using to control the minds of the people. The lack of knowledge. And that is why we are trying to impart knowledge on people to you so that you can share this information to wake up our people. The young lady that spoke, the Yoruba lady, she's seriously misinformed. She's speaking with emphatic. Oh, and that's because that's the lie that they've told to you. It's time to wake up. Contraption Nigeria is a fraud. We need to break it up.
A 24-hour curfew is now in place within Sokoto metropolis to curb the civil unrest experienced in the state since the mob action at the Shehu Shagari College of Education. Some traders and other business owners suffered losses as hoodlums hijacked the protest and embarked on a looting spree. It also affected parts of St. Mekita Sokoto Catholic Diocese Secretariat. According to the governor, Aminu Tambuwal, this move is to restore...
See, all of this is designed to cause unrest and to take what doesn't belong to them. Our land. I'm asking you, please connect the dots. This is not a joke. This is not a joke. Connect the dots. It's very important that we understand what is being done here. It is very, very important that we understand what is being done here. And I urge you, please, do not take this as though it's just a throwaway comment. It is very, very important that we take steps to protect ourselves in our community. What is being done here? Look at these 3 young people here. The young people you see in the picture. Their lives have been taken. Sorry. The lives of these 3 has been taken. Their lives have been taken. All in the name of a religion, which means nothing. Which it has no regard for their lives. You cannot show them. Look at that. Look at that. And that's a coming generation. If we do not take collective action, if we are busy fighting ourselves as Igbos, as Yorubas, as Middle Belt, in the face of the oppression, barefaced oppression, 5,000 Okada riders in Festac as we speak. And people are afraid to walk around and do anything because the Okada riders are all Fulanis. and they know that if they go to the to police station, they will be freed in minutes. And you tell us that we are Lagos state governors in control. They're not in control. Now, so let me so I'll just want to now. The other thing I wanted to touch on, I want to go into that a bit now. So Adamu is still there, and we're watching. So if he makes any comments, please, if you are those of you on Facebook, if Adamu makes further comments, do let us know so we can, because we will challenge him. He needs to answer the question we asked. We've provided the evidence to him. He should come back to us and explain to us what that means. Unless he wants to, he doesn't care about the fact that the evidence that we place for him before him is something for him to make him change his way of thinking, his ignorance, because he has displayed ignorance and we're exposing it. So I hope that Adamu Mariga, too ignorant of their own, they are ignorant, totally ignorant of their Quran. Whatever lie they're told, they believe. Whatever lie they are told, they believe. They believe it. So let me go and get this thing here. So we were waiting to hear from that Mariga or whatever they call himself, and if he wants to add something more, go ahead, and we can challenge you on that, because all we do is speak truth to power. We're not interested in spreading lies or rumors. It's not going to get anywhere. What we want to do is to educate ourselves, and we should all learn from this. The government of the day, their plan has been to solely ensure that the people are not aware, because the people who are not aware are going to be easily fooled and tricked and lied to. And that is why we are here trying to expose these lies. We need your support in growing the platform. Please go ahead and subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube, the platform where we speak truth to power. Let me show you the other bit I wanted to this morning. So now I'm going to show you something whereby they were talking about what Sonolu said. And then you realize that what they're saying is nonsense. It's nonsense. Again, I'm actually going to tell you that these people, they don't care about what is going on. They're just telling you, oh, we're doing something, we're working on it. They're not in control. Their plan is this man here, this man that you see in this picture here, El Rufai. Was he not the same man who was saying that they were part of the people giving 100 million to foreigners to come in and settle in the country? And now they're now complaining to us. Oh, the terrorists are killing. Listen.
The activities of Ansaru, particularly in Birnungwari and Chikul local governments. Amongst those kidnapped from the train, Abuja Kaduna train was a former roommate and classmate of mine.
You see?
Throughout the period that he was in captivity, it was very clear that the terrorists were making...
And who brought the terrorists in? It was the same guys, wasn't it? Governor Boala Mohammed. You're saying to us, all Fulanis are from West Africa, they are welcome. They are the terrorists, and you're giving them weapons, and now you're trying to tell us they're not in control of it. This is a lie. Let's break up country from Nigeria. Let's break it up. It's a fraud.
Comments like the forests in Kaduna are even better than Sambisa, so they should all relocate here. I think this is an area we should be very concerned about, and this is why we've been making the point that the problem of insecurity now has moved from the northeast to the northwest.
With terrorists now making major inroads into the northwest, the state governor also raises concern over possible threats to the 2023 election if nothing is done.
If we don't improve the levels of security in some of our local...
This is the governor of a state telling you that if we do not improve the level of security in some of our local... A governor. It's, my Lafia said it. He said a sitting governor, northern governor, is the head of Boko Haram. My Lafia said it. Don't take my word. He said it before it was taken out. He said a sitting governor. Let us find that video, if I can find it. I don't know if I've got it. Let me see if I've got it somewhere. I don't know if I've got it recently. Let me see if I can find the video and play it to you. He said it. He said it. That a sitting governor. Here we go. Listen to this.
Governors, past or present. Governors, past or present. Dr. Badaya.
Sorry, let me. In fact, I'll get you. This is the Yoruba one. I'm going to give you the Yoruba English one. So there we go.
Good afternoon. Welcome.
Listen.
Killing us. They are terrorists.
They told us in this lockdown, their planes were moving up and down as though there was no lockdown. Moving ammunitions, moving logistics, moving money, and distributing them in different parts of the country. They're already in the south, in the rainforest of the south. They're everywhere. They told us that when they finish these rural killings, they will move to phase 2.
There you go. And that's what's happening now.
Phase 2 is they will go into the urban cities, going from house to house, killing prominent people. I can tell you, this is in the game plan. By 2022, they want to start a civil war in Nigeria.
You see?
2022. And where we
Don't joke with what I'm saying. I have a PhD from Oxford University.
By 2022.
I'm a central banker. We don't talk.
I want you to listen.
Nonsense. So don't joke with what I'm telling you. I have this from the highest possible authority, higher.
Sorry. Sorry about that.
And the truth. And let me make some revelations, because some of us also have our own intelligence networks.
Okay.
Have met with some of the bandits. We have met with some of their high commanders.
Mm-hmm.
1 or 2 who have repented. They have sat down with us, not once, not twice. They told us that one of the northern governors is the commander of Boko Haram in Nigeria.
Did you hear that? I hope you heard that too. Let me play it back again.
1 or 2 who have repented. They have sat down with us, not once, not twice. They told us that one of the northern governors is the commander of Boko Haram in Nigeria.
Did you hear that? One of the governors is the commander. They are all one and the same. Listen on.
Boko Haram and the bandits are one and the same thing. They have a sophisticated network.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
During this lockdown, their planes were moving up and down as though there was no lockdown. Moving ammunitions, moving logistics, moving money, and distributing them in different parts of the country. They're already in the south, in the rainforest of the south. They're everywhere. They told us that when they finish these rural killings, they will move to phase 2. The phase 2 is they will go into the urban cities, going from house to house, killing prominent people. I can tell you, this is in the game plan. By 2022, they want to start a civil war in Nigeria.
2022. And where we
Don't joke with what I'm saying. I have a PhD from Oxford University.
By 2022.
I'm a central banker. We don't talk nonsense. So don't joke with what I'm telling you. I have this from the highest possible authority, higher authorities of some of the commanders of the killers and Boko Haram.
You said northern governors, past or present, Dr. Badaya?
No, current.
You see?
No, they said one of them is the commander of Boko Haram in Nigeria. One of them.
Yeah, short devil springs to mind.
And they're not looking for money. They have more than enough money. In fact, he told me they just came back from...
So, the reason I'm playing that, make of that what you will. Make of that what you will. But let's listen on. So with that in mind, let's listen on.
Governments like Birnungwari, Chukun, Giwa and Igabi, it may not even be possible to hold elections in those local governments. And if we cannot have elections in 4 to 6 local governments, I wonder whether it will be possible to have elections at all in Kaduna State.
With this revelation by the Kaduna State government, arguably nothing is of greater priority at the moment beyond...
Can you see that this is all a game plan? All of you aspirants, hey, I'm going to be the president. I want to be the president. Here you go. Here you go. Chew on that one. Chew on it too. Watch.
Ensuring the security of lives and property, as about 60 people are still being held captive by terrorists from the March 28 Abuja-Kaduna train attack in Chikun local government area of the state.
Are you sure that you will have 2023 elections? We don't want elections, by the way. Those of us who are going for self-determination, we've always said it. We are not interested in elections. We want to go for self-determination, and we'll maintain that, and we stand on that, because what we have in front of us is a fraud. It is a fraud, and we want to make sure that we continue to enlighten our people. Many of us are so ignorant, unfortunately, and that is because of the deliberate plan of the governance to keep us ignorant. When you are ignorant, you will not be able to stand up for your rights. That song says, get up, stand up for your right. Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight. Get up, stand up. Stand up for your right. I get up, stand up. I don't give up the fight. That's what the song says. Bob Marley, may so rest in peace. That's what you see, the ignorance. When you are ignorant of what is being done to oppress you, you are even going to support them more in oppressing you, because you don't have that knowledge. And that's what we're trying to impart on our people, to wake you up, to make you understand that you are under oppression. We are under, suppression and oppression in our own land. Let's listen a little bit more to what they're saying here.
Well, I'm sure that editors must have been spoiled for choice as to what line to start with in terms of taking a headliner from that particular briefing. But I'm sure you heard many of the dailies went with the fact that Ansaru and the Boko Haram terrorists have now found a home in the forest of Kaduna, northwest Nigeria. Well, we're going to be discussing the implications of this with Kabiru Adamu, who is a security risk management and intelligence solution consultant, and also the founder and managing director of Beacon Consulting Limited. You're welcome.
You see, I hope you are looking at what I'm trying to get you to understand now is this. It's interesting. The same people who are in government who cannot who cannot protect your lives are the same ones who are professing they've been professing solutions all the time. Do you remember this same government, 2006, 17, 18, 19, I believe, they've technically defeated Boko Haram. How's that going? But they are stronger than Boko Haram, ISWAP, Fulani headsmen, terrorists, all of them, bandits, whatever. They are terrorists. They've come back even stronger. They've stopped trains. They're shooting at they have shot at aircraft in the air. They've shot. Now they are going against police in Lagos. But you're telling us that everything is okay, and you're talking about 2023 elections. How do you see this? I don't know. Does this make any sense to you? The kind of nonsense that we're seeing. Does it make sense? Let's listen a little bit more.
Welcome to Sunrise Early this morning.
And I'm going to forward it.
Mofe. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm just wondering which one of the lines to start with. First and foremost, it's notable to note that quite a number of states are beginning to have the security briefs. Just this year, at the beginning of this year, we heard from the Niger state government giving a brief. It was not even the end of January yet. And over 200 people, I'm trying to bring that up, 220 people killed and 200 kidnapped in the first 17 days of January alone this year. Now we're getting another figure from the Kaduna state government talking about how over 300 people have been killed and 1,000 more kidnapped in Kaduna state alone. What exactly are we looking at here? What's going on?
But they wanted you to vote in 2022 elections. Can you see the nonsense? Can you see this nonsense? And somebody will come and talk to you about, I'm not interested in what he has to say, because it's all just talk.
In simple terms, a deterioration of the security situation.
Really? But I don't need an expert to tell you, the so-called expert, to come and tell me a deteriorating situation. We see it. We see the fires being burning everywhere. Let me show you another fire that happened in Abuja. I forgot to bring that on. In fact, I'm going to bring that up now. And they're telling you to vote. So those of you who are talking about voting in any elections, you better wake up. That's all I have to say to you. You just better wake up. And you better wake up sharp, because all that is nonsense. Let me see if I can find it. Can I find that here? No, okay. I'll see. I might be able to get it another way. Yes, I know what I need to do. 1 second. I'll just get it out now. 1 second. I'm going to get that to you. So we don't need to hear them, because we see the fire. The fires speak for themselves with more preciseness. The killings, the burnings, the destruction. I mean, it's. There we go. I'm going to show you one. And listen to this. And this is why when we say that it is time for us to go for self-determination, and you'll hear somebody say Biafra must come based on this, because they are destroying millions and millions that the government is not once. With all this destruction, have you noticed that the Nigerian government has not once said, okay, we are going to pay compensation because of the deliberate act of destruction by the terrorists? They haven't paid those who are, once it's gone, once your business is destroyed, there's no compensation scheme. None. But you still believe in one Nigeria. I don't understand. I don't understand that thinking. So I don't need to hear from the likes of this useless, whatever they call him, expert or whatever they want to call him. I'm not interested in it. It's just a talking shop. They don't have a solution. What they want is for you to believe in it long enough for them to do what they need to do, which is take your land. Time for us to wake up. Wake up. I hope you're all waking up. I hope you all are seeing what is going on. We need urgently to wake up. Now, the other one I was going to show you before this one comes up. Let me see. I want to show you this video. 1 second. Let me show you this one. Is that the one? Let me see if that works. I'll come back to this one, but I want to show you this one. No, not that one. This one. We've seen that before. This one I wanted to show you.
Islam prescribes death.
No, sorry, that one. Sorry, we'll get there in the end. I know I've got it.
The whole of Ikeja local government.
No, we had that one. This is the one I want you to see.
It was a suicide bomber that came. Listen. And I want you to pass this information across the way I'm telling you now. It was not gas explosion.
You see, Lenny,
it was a suicide bomber. We saw him.
You see
so
that?
That is a fact.
You see?
But God intervened.
After our assembly in the morning, I was in a class teaching.
Let me play again. You see, when they said it was a gas explosion, it's a lie in Kaduna.
This information across the way I'm telling you now. It was not gas explosion. It was a suicide bomber. We saw him. So that is a fact. But God intervened.
After our assembly in the morning, I was in a class teaching the students, and all of a sudden we heard a sound. And on reaching here, we saw the explosion and some dead bodies around. And what we are hearing in the news now, that the government are saying is a gas explosion. While what we saw and the sound we hear is a bomb blast sound. As an engineering student, I know what is gas and I know what is bomb explosion. So I don't see the reason why the government will be telling us that this is a gas explosion where we know the truth. So I don't know if they are trying to cover their shame or trying to cover their insecurity in the state.
The Kano State Commissioner of Police visited the scene to assess the level of damage. He said the explosion was triggered by a gas cylinder and not a bomb.
That is the EOD personnel. If you can see, they said it was an explosion, bomb explosion. But
let us, before you see, that is a straight line. That is why, please, those of you supporting One Nigeria, when somebody is looking you in the eye, telling you that it's a gas explosion, knowing, and others who were there, who saw this, are telling you it's a suicide bomber, then you know that your government is planning to take your land. Southerners, Middle Belt, wake up. We need to take collective action. Our ignorance is time to wake up from our ignorance that the government has implanted in us for many, many, many years.
Sincerely, it's not bomb explosion. It's gas cylinder.
See, they're trying to convince you to believe their lie. Sincerely. All of this, you see, the words they're using. See, you don't need to. You see, if it was the truth, he didn't need to try and use sincere, because sincere is trying to urge you. It's a word that's trying to bring you to compel you to agree that what he's saying is the truth. But listen to how the other said it. It's emphatic. The big difference.
It was a suicide bomber that came. And I want you to pass this information across the way I'm telling you now. It was not gas explosion. It was a suicide bomber. We saw him.
You see?
So that is a fact. But God intervened.
After our assembly in the morning, I was in a class teaching the students, and all of a sudden we heard a sound. And on reaching here, we saw the explosion and some dead bodies around. And what?
Notice all of these explosions and things are happening to businesses and to things that have to do with people that are non-Fulanis. And the Fulanis are in government. And you still believe in one Nigeria. Continue. We need to dismantle this thing. Break it up.
What we are hearing in the news now, that the government are saying is a gas explosion, while what we saw and the sound we hear is a bomb blast sound.
There you go.
As an engineering student, I know what is gas and I know what is bomb explosion. So I don't see the reason why the government will be telling us that this is a gas explosion where we know the truth. So I don't know if they are trying to cover their shame or trying to cover their insecurity in the state.
The Kano State Commissioner of Police visited the scene to assess the level of damage. He said the explosion was triggered by a gas cylinder and not a bomb.
That is the EOD personnel. You know, if you can see, they said it was an explosion, bomb explosion, but sincerely, it's not bomb explosion. It's gas cylinder explosion.
After concluding the search and rescue operation, the National Emergency Management Agency said that the 9 bodies have been deposited in the morgue at the Armed Forces Hospital, Kano State. NEMA officials insist that the blast was triggered by a gas explosion.
Those people are not. You see, every time you are hearing the police, the NEMA officials, they are all in the plan together to take your land. Middle Beltans, Southerners, let us be very, very clear. The plan is to take our land. They are in, by August, like Malafia said, the civil war would have started. This is they are setting everything up. They want our land. It is up to us now to stand together and push back against the foreigners who are intent on occupying our land.
Experts. And there was EOD of the police department. That is the police section.
Yeah,
they made the investigations.
And who controls the police? Is it not Fulani? Who controls the army? Fulani. Who controls NEMA? Fulani. Everything is Fulani. So wake up. My people, wake up. Please, I hope you're waking up. Very important that we wake up. I urgently urge you. This is not a joke. This is, we need to, we've been surrounded. We've been surrounded in our own land. I hate to say it, but we've been surrounded in our own land. We have been surrounded in our own land. And I want you to, I want you to really take this on. Take this on as a definite thing that we need to take on urgently. And take the steps we need to take to protect ourselves. Our women, our children, our communities, they need our protection. They need us. And the only way that can happen is if we frankly confront this injustice, this impending war, not in war, this attempt to take our land, confront it collectively. We need to. Listen on, and I'll
placed very well, and they found evidence that shows that it's a gas explosion because it's a welding shop. Is it debunking that place is a welding shop?
Nobody is debunking that. No,
they are not.
They go to warehouse, man. They go to plywood. They go to walk to close to 1 billion.
Let me show you another one again.
They go to 100.
Look, let's just think the amount of destruction and explosion going on in that place. That should tell us that we're not a nation anymore. It's disintegrating before our eyes. But they want us to believe in it long enough for them to take the whole thing over. And we need to wake up. Listen to this one.
They go to warehouse, man. They go to plywood. They go to work to close to 1 billion naira. They go do hundreds of millions. Somebody na boko. They go do hundreds of millions. Somebody na boko. Get your money, man. That was out of that. Get your money, man. That was out of that. Because no, they go to your money. They go to billions of naira. People na boko. Jesus Christ. So, hey, get your money, man. That was that. Because hey, your money, man. That was that. Because no.
Ah, what's in the shop? Saburi Junction on fire, bloody there. Make a zoom and make it
born. That's Nigeria.
Saburi Junction.
They're not dealing with this
on fire.
1 second. Keep watching, please.
Man, I see fire. Outside people don't finish Igbo for a year. Man, I see fire. Oh, man, I see fire. See how Igbo goods they spoil, they destroy. Man, I see on my bag. Man, I see them. Man, I see we need Biafra. Man, I see we need Biafra. We need Biafra. We need Biafra. Man, I see we need them. 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 We need Biafra. Man, I see us. Man, I see us. I beg.
Okay, now, but also, yeah, me like Nima here, Abuja International Market. Ezioku, now we are for Tata, Ezioku, yeah, me like Yalo. Ezioku, how about the Pitalai? Almost short from why under market, I block now. Why am I block? Yes. Do we go number one? The Pani Yemen, Abuja International. The material the international markets. The international markets. Can they also that's a tila no log bata maybe some motor. Bamoto and the Morocco Yakata. Bamoto and the Morocco Yakata. Woman die bulebu. More about on the other side, you cover one part can necessarily tell you. One guy may have flowed, almost going to 50 million naira MDF. That can about a guitar. Motor market, Balak, Motor Madabalak guitar. Motor moda bola ko so doko kana gani ru kita ande fa extinguish dia kunna batala ya sa mata mara ya bere ona kai shi ko Nigeria abu dito kwano so wode kwano ngoro mu ibe ya ba moto ndi kale cha yako negaranya
eziokwu na na-anya n'ụmụ Igbo. Na moto ebuka oh moto ebuka les street ate nga bataka na ko bela mo ye hai moto ebuka oh hai ini moto ebuka one name. Oh. Yeah, see the guy, the owner. See the guy. Hey. Wow, chukunya bosa tayo. Ebu. Wait. Look here, mau dokumennya, dokumennya.
All of now they carry over the motor. You never know go so you are here. They go the motor am. Thank you.
Destruction everywhere. Everywhere.
Man, I see fire. Outside people don't finish him for a year. Man, I see fire. Man, I see fire. See how Igbo goods they spoil, they destroy. Man, I see on my bag. Man, I see him. Man, I see him. We need Biafra. Man, I see him. We need Biafra. We need Biafra. We need Biafra. Man, I see him. We need them. We need them. We need them.
Is this a country? Is this a country? Is this a country? I'm asking you. Is this a country? Is this a country? When you look at what I've just shown you, I've shown you a series of videos, and on every one of them, it's all about death, destruction, and then this one will come and start talking nonsense here, which I'm not going to listen to. I want to just go to the next one. I'm not prepared to listen to. I'm not going to take time to listen, because all they're doing, they are all just there to delay, to confuse. Now listen to this one. I want you to. I'll listen to that again. This is the one I want you to listen to. Listen to this.
And you look, Lagos Island local government. A total ban.
Nonsense.
A total ban.
See the clap. We're not interested in the clap.
Highways effective from the 1st of June. This is the first banning that we're going.
We're not interested in face banning. Now listen.
Throw some light on the issues. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Clearly, it's not something that anyone is taking lightly. That backlash, and I'm almost certain that that's not the only report you have. Can you give us an inkling to how government is...
You hear a shocking revelation, no? Listen.
Well, before Mr. Baide Sanwo-Olu, the governor, made the pronouncement he made, you could see from the footage that you showed that he had a meeting with all policemen. the DPOs, the area commanders, the commissioner of police.
And so
it was very well planned and strategic, because we expected that kind of backlash that you saw. But let me just assure you, it's something that the law enforcement agencies are used to. So they were not bothered in any way. And we were not bothered because we knew that there was going to be resistance. People love a kind of laissez-faire situation where you can do whatever you like at any point in time. And if the law enforcement agencies and the government, they come out to say, enough of this, we don't want this in Lagos, this is not the kind of thing that we want in Lagos. I mean, naturally, human beings will resist. Human beings resist change. They don't want something that will make them go away from their old ways. And so the kind of thing that we saw yesterday is not unexpected, it's not new, and it's not something that the law enforcement agencies cannot cope with.
Well, if you could inform us about the strategy that is being employed. That's your office, by the way, information and strategy. So this announcement was made 2 days ago by the governor, right?
Right.
That it will take effect from June
I want you to listen to see how useless that is.
How does that work? Does it mean that as at today, which is May the 20th, that is about 11 days from June the 1st, those motorcycles can still operate within those areas?
Listen up.
First, there is a history to this. There is a law that says that those motorcycles cannot operate on major highways, major roads, and on bridges. So the law is still there. It has not been removed. When we made the pronouncement, when the governor made the pronouncement about 2 years ago, he didn't. He has not reversed it. So it still stands. So if today,
so the law still stands. So what are the Okada riders doing there? What are they doing? So you can see now that all the clapping, the sum total of the clapping that they were clapping for, it's nonsense. The Okada riders, you put them in jail today, 5 minutes after, they will get a call from Abuja and they will let them out because they are what? They are Fulanis. It's time we woke up. My people, it's time we woke up. By the way, if you haven't bought this t-shirt, tomorrow is we have the foot match tomorrow, 21st and 22nd of May for the Yoruba Nation match. I've got the t-shirt on, you can see that. We're selling it here on the Duwati Radio and other platforms as well. But if you want to get it, get in touch. Plus 447399580 Citizen AY or the Duwati Radio. Both platforms we sell it. So if you want yours, get it. It's in time for tomorrow. And also not only for tomorrow. This is part of us going for Yoruba Nation. You know, you can see I'm wearing it. See that? See that? Let me see. You see that? Now, that's the side there. That is it. That is me wearing it, you know. So, it's very good. And I'd like you to make sure you get a copy of it as well. It's very, very important. But like I said, go and sign that petition as well. We need to sign the petition. I'll see if I can pin it up onto the YouTube platforms as I speak to you. Because, we just want to make sure we carry on. We're promoting Yoruba Nation. We're not waiting for this fraud. Burning, fires, no compensation, nothing. Well, our lives mean nothing to these people. We're not the same. We need to have our own nation. Let me just see. So let me just put that up as I'm speaking to you. I got a bit of time, but I want to try and. So I might even, I'll try something in a bit anyway. Let's just see how it works. So, like I said, I'm putting this t-shirt on. The boys are playing tomorrow. They need our support. Let's do what we can to help them. Getting the t-shirt, wearing it on the day. Just imagine tomorrow they will sing the Yoruba National Anthem. This match will be covered live on Citizen AY and on the Duwati Radio simultaneously. It will be live on here, so you can watch it. Join us then. Let's do something in the meantime. So if you haven't signed the petition, please sign it. So let's so I'm just trying to make sure we get everything running here. Give me a minute. Okay, so I'm going to please sign the Empower Sign petition. I'm writing it here. So please, and also not only sign it, share it as well. So it's all there. I'm going to pin it to the top of the page here. So I'm going to pin it there, just so you can be able to have it. And I'm going to put it on Citizen AY as well. It's on Oduduwa TV Radio now. We're going to go on to Citizen AY. All of this is on YouTube. Once again, I want to thank you all for subscribing to Oduduwa TV Radio and Citizen AY and No Mobile and Only the Best. We appreciate your support. Let's continue to help us grow the platform. The Citizen AY is very important to have, because that's where we do a lot of our cultural ones, whereby it's Yorubas, Igbos, and Middle Beltons, and we need you to help us continue to grow it. Thank you so much. Don't forget, if you haven't subscribed to Citizen AY, please go ahead and subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube now. Here's what you need to do. Just to remind you, a gentle reminder: subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. So hit the notification button and give us a thumbs up. We really are grateful for your for being with us, and let's continue to work to raise the level of awareness in our communities. There's a lot of ignorance, a deliberate ignorance has been placed in our midst collectively by successive governments. It is time for us to shatter that ignorance and equip our people with information to be able to make informed decisions about their life, about how they're going to provide for the coming generations. The lies they've told us now. It's coming to elections. Suddenly now they're going to provide healthcare for 83 million people in the coming years. It's a lie. It's all they designed to do that to make you believe in a fraud. So we are going for Yoruba Nation, and like I said, imagine when they bring on tomorrow at Johannesburg, they will they will be doing the national anthem, and imagine what you will hear on the day. I'm just going to give you a flavor of the song. The boys will be wearing this t-shirt, and they will come out and they will stand up and with a hand on chest, and they will sing the following lines of Yoruba Nation. They will sing this. Iṣẹ́ wa fúnlẹ̀ wa, fúnrílẹ̀ ibi wa, kágbéga, kágbéga, kágbéga fáyẹ̀rí. Ìgbàgbọ́ wa ni pé bá ti bẹ̀rù lábọ̀ mọ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká jọlá. Ìṣọ̀kan àtòmìnira ní ẹ jẹ́ ká máa lépa, tẹ̀síwájú fọ́pọ̀ ire àtòhun tó dára. Ọmọ Oòduà dìde, bọ́ sípò ẹ̀tọ́ rẹ, ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀. That is what you will hear tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that. We'll be watching the match. You can watch it live on Oduduwa TV Radio, Citizen AY. We'll be doing it across all the platforms and all the other platforms as well. This is something for us, a momentous day to be proud of for us. And we need to make sure. There's been a lot of one or two things that we heard about difficulties and things that our boys have endured in getting there, from what we understand. Or I'm not quite sure the exact details, but I will get some updates and see. Am I actually on that? Let me just listen to this one for a second, and I might give you an update on that. Let us see if I can.
Like what happened yesterday, that you saw, the enforcement that you saw, is not new and is going to continue. Whether this June 1st deadline stands, but that will not stop the enforcement at all.
Help us understand why there is a June 1st date, when there is a law that already forbade whatever it is that the governor is saying, the enforcement of it takes effect from June 12.
We all knew what happened when that first pronouncement was made. It was well enforced, and even many of these people riding bikes were already leaving Lagos out of their own volition. Unfortunately, nobody thought at that time that COVID-19 could come upon us.
See any excuse? We're not interested in COVID. The fact is, the Okada riders, these guys, and many of us in Yoruba Nation, in Lagos, we understand that quite a few of us, we are looking to, Omaba is probably going to get in touch with one or two of you in terms of the Okada riders, the Yoruba ones and everything, to provide enlightenment as to why it is important for us to actually, understand the need for us to be involved, be the ones running this business. Because, like I said, for the foreigners, the people that killed David Imo, they're Fulani, they're not Yorubas, and they don't know that area. They came in and they killed the young man, and the ban will not bring his life back. We need to understand what is we're doing in our community. Why is it that we are leaving? Is anybody checking the documents of each of these people? You will hear the man say it. They have no. I don't know if you heard him. They have no registration numbers. Nothing. They just come on and they can be anything can happen to you. There's no registration. There's nothing. There's no form of ID. That is dangerous. That in itself alone is so dangerous. So dangerous. Yeah. So I just wanted to just bring your attention. There's a lot of work for us to do on that front.
And when COVID-19 came, the enforcement got weakened, and we couldn't enforce the restriction the way we have to have done.
Oh, really? How is what's so difficult in saying you need to have the identification? With no ID, you can't go out. This is an excuse. I'm sorry.
So now that COVID-19 has given us some space, and our doctors are complaining that more and more people are coming with the emergency of Okada, about 1,712 accidents have been recorded in Lagos.
Are you sure the accidents are actually not injuries? Look, it's time we woke up. Listen on anyway. Let's listen on.
In the first quarter of this year, and of this figure, about 45%, to be precise, 767 of the accidents were caused by Okada. And it will shock you to know that the victims, most of them, at least 54% of them, between the ages of 30 to 39, our able-bodied young people, getting cut down like that, all because they mounted Okada. So the government felt that we should stop it. So the deadline is for them, like the governor said, to go and look for something else to do. There are many things to do in Lagos. If you still want to stay in Lagos and you want to be law-abiding, you should go and collect your LASRA card and be an official resident of Lagos and find something to do. Artisans who left their jobs to go and mount Okada and riding all over the place should find reason now to go back to their jobs.
Unless we missed it, Ojo local government was not named in the list of local government the governor mentioned yesterday that would be affected. So if the timeline is to give the riders an opportunity to find an alternative to their trade, why did enforcement begin on that axis of Lagos State?
That's what I said. The law has been there. Ojo has highways. All highways and major roads in Lagos and bridges. These guys are not supposed to be found there. So if the deadline is first, like you said, the law is still there. It's not being repealed. So the old order is there. It's not being repealed. What Mr. Baide Sanwo-Olu, the governor, has simply done is to reinforce this order and to give these people an allowance, for them to be able to move out and find some other things to do or take their bikes away from Lagos to go to some other places. There are about 9.
Does that leave you with confidence, what you are hearing as a Lagosian? Bearing in mind, as we speak today, this morning in Festac, the Okada, 5,000 Okada riders in the area. I don't know what else to say more to you.
9,000 and something roads, 9,500 and something roads in Lagos. Of these, what we are talking about is just about less than 500 roads. So they still have other places to go to. But the thing is that
they'll be breaking the law in that process. If they go to other places, they'll be breaking the law.
What I'm saying is that 6 local governments now.
Yeah, I'm saying regardless. I mean, you've said that. Regardless, I mean, the law covers the whole of Lagos. So if you're saying that they should at least leave those 5 or 6 local government areas,
he doesn't even know his own
they're
laws.
still breaking the law.
The law covers all highways, major roads, and bridges.
Regardless of the local government.
Regardless.
So they actually shouldn't be operating anywhere.
They can operate on inner roads in all the local governments that were not mentioned. But the local governments that were mentioned, they should not be seen at all. They should not be seen, they should not be heard, they should not be felt.
What about the highways in the other local government areas?
The highways in other local government areas, they must not be seen there. The bridges in all other local government areas, they must not be seen there.
Yes,
it's just, I don't even...
the...
See, I don't really, this is not saving lives.
And that access, that corridor,
I don't want to...
has caught the attention of Lagos State government.
I don't want to even pretend, because the premise of today's broadcast has been and remains these 3. They've been killed. Their lives have been taken. And that is the premise. But I'm getting some updates here which I wanted to bring to your attention. Let me just quickly bring that up to you. There's some updates about the court case, outcome of the court case. I wanted you to hate yourself. A court case in Ondo State, I think, is it? Ado-Ekiti, between Ilana Odua and federal government. So let's bring that to your attention. I think Yomiko Iki has shared something, and I wanted to bring it to your attention here. So what is it again? So just want to bring that to your attention, and it's worth us listening to in the middle of all of this. Because, what we're trying to do is provide you with as much information as possible about what is going on. The court case, of course, if you recall, is about trying to prevent the election going forward in that fraud. Let's have a look at it now. 1 second. Where is it? Oh. Okay. Okay. 1 second, please. Okay, so I'm going to give that to you. Let's hear that now. We might wait for some time because it looks like it's a quite involved one. Outcome of court case today in Ado-Ekiti between the Ilana and the federal government, Nigeria, and federal governments. Anyway, let's listen to it now. Let's just get some ideas on what's going on.
Ekitilawa, Federal Court. We have just finished the court this morning, and our lawyer is going to be speaking to us. Outcome of the case.
Is it Yoruba first or English?
So we're going to speak Yoruba and English. I like that they're doing it in Yoruba first. Oh no. Okay.
Lórúkọ Ìlànà Oòduà fún àti gbòmìnira ilẹ̀ Yorùbá kúrò ní abẹ́ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà lásìkò tí a wà yìí. A ṣẹ̀ jáde nílé ẹjọ́ ni gbogbo àwọn tó wà ní ẹlẹ́jọ́ wọ́n gbọ́ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ńbẹ̀. Ó tẹ̀ jẹ́ wípé agbẹjọ́rò àgbà lórílẹ̀-èdè ìlú Lógbó wípé ẹjọ́ yìí máa wáyé lẹ́ni àti ANEC asa fún wọn ní hearing notice bí kóòtù ti sọ ní last time ní on 11 tí a wá sí kéèsì fún wọn pàpà wálé ní ṣùgbọ́n gbà tí adájọ́ rí pé a ti ṣe nǹkan tó yẹ ká ṣe lábẹ́ òfin wọ́n wá ní ká àdírẹ́sì wọn lórí issue local standing pé kí ni ẹ̀tọ́ tí Sunday Ọmọnìyí àtàwọn ẹgbẹ́ rẹ̀ ní láti gbé ẹjọ́ yìí wá sí ilé ẹjọ́ adé àdírẹ́sì court àfún wọn lóríṣiríṣi instances ìdí tó ṣe pàtàkì kí kóòtù ó gbọ́ wa pé fún àlàáfíà kó lè jọba lórílẹ̀‐èdè yìí àwa ò fẹ́ ṣe bí ti Ìgbò a fẹ́ ṣe bí tàwọn kan ní Niger Delta tó ń dúnkokò mọ́ ìjọba àpapọ̀ àwa ń sọ pé ẹ jẹ́ kí ilé ẹjọ́ kó sọ bóyá ẹnikẹ́ni lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ láti fagídí wà ní Nàìjíríà tàbí ó lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ láti dúró lórí orílẹ̀-èdè tiwọn so adẹ ṣèwọ̀nba tá a lè ṣe wọ́n béèrè oríṣiríṣi ìbéèrè àdáwọn lóhùn adájọ́ tún raise issue pé Adó Èkìtì làwọn ti ń ṣe ìgbẹ́jọ́ yìí pé nǹkan tá a dẹ̀ ń béèrè yìí a fẹ́ nullify constitution gbogbo Nàìjíríà ni pé ṣé kò ní bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣé àwọn lè jókòó l'Adó Èkìtì káwọn nullify constitution Nàìjíríà a dẹ̀ tún dá adájọ́ lóhùn pé Federal High Court only one jurisdiction lórí Nàìjíríà pé ìkan wà l'Adó ìkan wà ní Zamfara ìkan wà l'Àkúrẹ́ is for administrative convenience pé kóòtù ní ẹ̀tọ́ láti gbọ́ ẹjọ́ yẹn a dẹ̀ tún ka ìpele òfin kan tó dá kóòtù yìí sílẹ̀ tá a mọ̀ pé rules of the court tó sọ wípé a lè gbọ́ ẹjọ́ yìí ní Adó ní alternatively ní ìdàkejì káàtẹ̀ sọ pé a lè gbọ́ ẹjọ́ yìí l'Adó òfin ò sọ pé kí kóòtù dá ẹjọ́ yìí sọnù nǹkan tó fi sọ ni pé kó dá ẹjọ́ yẹn padà sí ibi tí a ti lè gbọ́ a ti sọ fún adájọ́ wípé tó bá dẹ̀ jẹ́ Àbújá ni tó bá mọ̀ pé wọn ò ní forum l'Èkìtì kán dá ẹjọ́ yẹn padà sí Àbújá a máa lọ síbẹ̀ nítorí pé lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ tá a ṣe wà ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà sì ni wá àmọ́ nǹkan tó lálẹ́ bí so nǹkan tí ó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní kóòtù ni wọ́n dẹ̀ ti gbọ́ wa wọ́n ti gbọ́ àlàyé wa wọ́n dẹ̀ ti adjourn sí ọjọ́ 10 oṣù kẹfà fún ruling pé àwọn máa ṣe ìdájọ́ ráńpẹ́ lórí bóyá àwọn lè gbọ́ ẹjọ́ yìí tàbí wọn lè gbọ́ ẹjọ́ yìí so kó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ ní kóòtù lẹ́yìn nìyẹn.
pẹ̀lú gbogbo ohun tí wọ́n sọ àti tẹ́yìn náà ṣàlàyé fún wa kí ni ìgbàgbọ́ gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá lápapọ̀.
I'm a lawyer. I'm not in the mind of the judge. Mi ò sí ní mind adájọ́. Èyí tó yẹ kí n ṣe mo ti ṣe so it is left for the judge to feel otherwise. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ti fúnra wọn sọ pé tí wọ́n bá dá ẹ̀ka tó bá rí tó bá wà against wa tó bá tẹ́ wa lọ́rùn pé a lè appeal court of appeal wà l'Adó tí court of appeal bá tẹ́ wa lọ́rùn á lọ Supreme Court l'Abuja so ilé ẹjọ́ àkọ́kọ́ lélẹ̀.
I think he's going to speak in English, Vivian, in a bit.
Lórí mátà yìí so ẹ má yẹ ká anticipate or ká predict gan tí adájọ́ máa dá that is not part of our duty as legal practitioners.
bàbá bí ẹ ṣe máa ń gbé wà níyànjú àti fẹ́ kẹ́ gbé wà níyànjú sí kí ni àmọ́ tẹ́ni fún gbogbo ọ̀dọ́.
nǹkan tí mo ń gbọ́ sọ fún ọmọ Yorùbá ni pé ẹ jẹ́ ká wà ní sùúrù tá à ń ṣe lọ ká sì máa gbàdúrà.
Vivian, just for those of you who are not following, this is about the case that the Ilana Modua has taken against the federal government of Nigeria to actually challenge the validity of the fraudulent 1999 constitution, particularly as we, the people, did not have any say in passing it by way of a referendum into law, and the many things that the statement of fact about the fact that this remains an imposition, it is null and void, in short. And basically, the lawyer said that the court has had their statements and things. I don't know if the government lawyers attended, but it's been adjourned until the 10th of June 2022. 10th of June 2022. I'm just giving you a quick summary of what has been said. I hope that answers your question, Vivian Tickler. Thank you. Let's proceed. Thank you.
Nítorí pé ìgbà díẹ̀ náà ló kù tẹ́rù ẹ̀rù àgbà òmìnira tí ìwọ̀fà tá a san wọ́fà tán so ká má ṣe jàgàn ká má jà bíi tàwọn ará bí ṣe mọ̀ pé tó bá sọ pé Yorùbá nation yá lọ́la ibi kan láti má bẹ̀rẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n tá a bá ti destroy court wa tá a ti destroy secretariat wa tá a ti jó police station wa ṣe mọ̀ pé owó la máa tún fi kọ́ padà so it doesn't make any sense yìí kan tó yẹ ká fẹnu sọ ká máa fi igi òkúta àtàdáṣe a tún lead sí pé àwọn èèyàn á kú àfẹ́ irú yẹn nílẹ̀ Yorùbá òun la fi sọ a tún sọ fún ilé ẹjọ́ gan pé it is a sign of civilization pé ìyẹn ló ṣò pé èèyàn lajú which the court appreciated pé yes pé pàtẹ àti ẹ̀wá sí kóòtù yìí lásán ó ṣòwò wípé a mọ nǹkan tí à ń ṣe sèmi dẹ̀ believe pé adájọ́ ẹ̀ máa dájọ́ òdodo.
bàbá wa ẹ ṣe gan sa bàbá wa ẹ jọ̀ọ́ mo ní ìbéèrè kékeré kan fún yín sà ṣẹ́rí ìdí tí a ti pe ìgbẹ́jọ́ ìpè nípa 1999 constitution
You're welcome, Vivian
pé
Tickler.
Èkìtì àti Ọ̀ṣun state àfẹ́ kí election wáyé a rẹ̀ rí mọ̀ pé Èkìtì election máa wáyé ní on the 18 ní ìgbà tí ìgbẹ́jọ́ wa rẹ̀ bọ́ sí on the 10 ṣé ẹ lérò pé tó bá wà ní on the 10 yẹn pé àwọn adájọ́ wọn á fún wa ní nǹkan tá a máa fi lè sọ pé ní on the 18 yẹn kò ní sí.
Baba ẹ pẹ́ lẹ́yìn question yìí àti address ní the last adjourn date tádájọ́ sọ pé once láti lè put one notice tó bá go ahead àti ṣe election yìí tóun bá find out nídàájọ́ pé kò yẹ kán ṣe he will nullify the election. So there's no issue about that one.
So, sir, my question is, okay, this is Koiki Media, and we have many international media connected to this. Can you help us to say them in English, sir?
Yes. Well, my name is Tolu Babale. I'm the lead counsel to Omoni Sunday and 6 others versus Atogera of the Federation and INEC. We are here in this court to challenge the 1999 Constitution, especially to challenge the holding of election of Ekiti under the 1999 Constitution, which, when you look at the preamble of the Constitution, is a document that lied against itself. It has been agreed by all jurists, all legal jurists.
It's a fraudulent document.
Afe Abalola, Professor Akin Oyebode, Professor Yobade. Just mention any one of them.
It's a fraudulent document.
It's a fraud. But yes, nobody has had the temerity and the courage to challenge it like we are doing now. What happened in court today was that when the court confirmed that we have served INEC and Attorney General of the Federation, but in their usual candor, they have not come to this court. So, and the court raised an issue, suo motu, on the local standing of the people that have come to challenge the Constitution and to challenge the election. That we should address the court on whether the court, that the people even have local standing. And we address the court. And in our own mind, we have been able to convince the court, because the law on local standing, when it comes to public interest litigation like this one, the law is that the court has to be liberal and accommodate, people who have come to challenge, some things on behalf of the public. We go to Supreme Court authorities for the court. And apart from that, the court also raised another issue of forum no confidence. The meaning of that one in English is that is Ado-Ekiti the appropriate court of law in which we can litigate this matter, in the sense that we are challenging the Constitution of Nigeria, and we are the people that we challenge, that is the Attorney General and INEC, are both residing in Abuja, and we address the court that yes, your lordship has the jurisdiction, and Ado-Ekiti is the appropriate forum. Reason being that Ado-Ekiti is where the election is going to take place. And the constitution we are talking about is the Constitution of Nigeria, which also is applicable in Ado-Ekiti. So anybody in Ado-Ekiti can challenge it in a court that is sitting in Ado-Ekiti. And under the rules, Federal High Court is only one court in Nigeria. What we have as division is just for administrative convenience. That is why there are divisions of the courts. And even peradventure, assuming without conceding that the court even comes to the conclusion that the forum is wrong, that is, we are not supposed to do it in Ado-Ekiti, what the law says is that you should transfer it to Abuja, not to strike it out. And we have put all this before the court, and the court has graciously adjourned the matter out of his busy schedule and busy, very clumsy diary, has graciously adjourned the 10th of June for ruling on the issue that the court has raised so much. So after that, we'll know the next line of action. Thank you.
Once again, a very beautiful afternoon.
So there you go. So that's the update. I wanted to just give you the update there on top of what was being said about the fraud. The fraud we call Nigeria. It is a fraudulent nation with a fraudulent constitution, with a military decree. And the local government areas are all in positions. The killings of our people is going on. We need to continue to push and speak truth to power. That is what we are doing on Oduduwa TV Radio and Citizen AY in English, but principally on Citizen AY and on Oduduwa TV Radio in Yoruba. And this program this morning is brought on to make sure that we are aware of what is being done, the injustices that we face, the need for us to continue to speak truth to power. We have to continue to raise the level of awareness in our community. We are being killed by this unjust and fraudulent governance, and we need to make our people aware that they have the power to dismantle this contraption by going for referendum, which, by the way, if you haven't signed it, please go ahead and sign that petition. Sign that petition, Yoruba Nation petition, to get us, to be able to get over the 5 million. We need that. If you haven't signed it, please sign it. Please, and also share it. It's pinned to the broadcast on both Citizen AY on YouTube and Oduduwati Radio on YouTube. We can't post it on Facebook because Facebook they bring such things down. But we are speaking truth to power. We need you all to continue to help us to enlighten our people. We are all part of this struggle, and I urge you all, please don't relent, don't tire. We have to continue to go forward and speak our own truth to power and encourage our people to stand up for their rights. This is oppression that we are under. We are under collective oppression, and they have imposed the fraudulent constitution upon us. And let me just show you. There's one more thing that I want to talk to us about. I'm going to move on to shortly, and I'll come back to this subject again over and over and over. But I want to do something first. Let me show you the Constitution as it stands. This is what is known as a promulgation decree. It is a decree by the military. And it says on one of the first things you see, whereas the Federal Military Government of Nigeria, in compliance with the Transition to Civil Rule Political Program Decree 1998, has, through the Independent National Electoral Commission, conducted elections to the office of President, Vice President, Vice Chairman, House of Local Government, and whereas the Federal Military Government furthers commitment to hand over to a democratically elected civilian administration on 29th of May, inaugurated 11th November 1998. So all of this stuff, they've done all of this without consulting with us, the people. And what is more, before they even hand over to any organization and any so-called democracy, the people's voice should be part of that process. And that is what we're saying. There is nowhere in this documentation where you will see anything mentioning a referendum. Nowhere. All of it is down to the military, constitutional debate committee, all of that. But that's nothing, the debate that did not involve the people. And the voice of the people should have been represented via a referendum. That is missing. And that will never, this document is not something that we all support in any way, shape, or form. So that's what I wanted to make sure we spoke about. It's very important we understand what has been done. What is very important for everybody to understand. I've translated it in English. I might do this a little bit, this section in broken. You see, for this place, the talk say, when it is necessary, say make them print this constitution, this constitution, which is they call constitution. Them give themselves power. The government, the federal government, give themselves power. Make them tell printer say make it omit, make it come out certain part of the decree, make it can't leave the schedule, and the part where they can't leave for us, make we see waiting with the one with the call schedule now, the call constitution now schedule, but they won't lie to us say make we believe I'm saying that constitution. They can't say it get the same power as to like say the decree they inside them. May I show now waiting that they talk about. I want make una get an idea of waiting we they talk about. I want show now that part. Make I do this. I bet no vex so. I won't take time small. I don't do them for English. I don't do them for Yoruba. I won't try do them for broken small. Me una see them. Me una know say waiting they told us, show us. That's now why the court case make we support them. Now fraud. Now fraud from top to bottom. I beg. I want make una see them. You see, I don't put for that document. I put say now fraudulent 1999 constitution. Make I can't go inside as well. Now fraud. All now fraud. You see, for this place here, they say Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999. Now lie. This one where they talk so. Now big lie. You now hear them. They waiting they talk so for here. Make I move them up. I want make una see them. I feel move. Yeah, I feel move. Yeah. You see this one here. You see the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Now big lie. You know why? May I explain to you now why now big lie? Because waiting they're supposed to put here now schedule to the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999. Now schedule. But no be constitutional. Because we the people will never pass them into law, number one. Number two, them for the same inside the same document, they can't write here say the decree may be cited as the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. They say the decree, the fit quotam say na our Constitution. Which means say, waiting they talk for this place, na lie. When they talk say na Constitution, this one no be Constitution, no, na schedule. We suppose understand that well, all of us. I want make all of us. As in they hear them, so make una tell our people, oh, say, waiting with the see, so no be Constitution, no, na schedule. Now, so then talk for this side, then talk and here say, when they want print this document, then go omit the part where say decree. May I show now where the decree day for this side? I want just, I go come out, I go bring them back again. Bring them back. You see for the top here, make I blow them up. I want make una see them well. You see them. I want make una see the Ojoro. See, say they talk, say, promulgation decree number 24 of 1999. When you can't take I, if you take Kuru I, look, make we take Kuru I, look this document. You go and see, say, na lie. You see for the top of the decree. Now you know, say, this is how you go take notes in a fraud. You see for the top of this decree, then put in a decree, promulgation decree number 24 of 1999. They can't hide that part. They can't tell you na say na Constitution of Federal Republic of Nigeria. Na fraud. That na why we no suppose support them. Make we comot from that contraction. Na fraud. Everything we then do, na fraud. I want make all of us, make we know them. I beg, make we tell our people for village. No be any Obioma or whatever, or juju person they did. No, na government they do all of us. Now government they carry comot our money. Now government they carry comot our wealth. Now then they loot our stuff. No be any juju man from any another place. No. Now our government they do us. No be anybody from above. No be Allah. No be God. No be Jesus. Now our government. Now them they do wuru. Now then they comot our money from our pocket. Now then they kill us. Now our government. You see this rule where they put on top of our head. And now fraud. They no ask us. We suppose carry. They're supposed to do when they call the referendum. They no do them. The thing they can't do, they can't put this fraud on top of our head. Can't they carry our money? Now, you see the election where they vote inside, now fraud. You see INEC no be they no get we the people we no support to. Now this year people, the military, now they create INEC. Now they can't impose that on top of all of us. They not ask us. INEC no independent. INEC no independent. INEC na military machine where then they use the rig elections. We know the last election way fair. Now in the one where Abiola win. You know say Abiola win against Tofa. He win 8 million votes against 5 million Tofa. They're not going like him. The military don't like him. They can't annul elections. They can't say Abiola rig election. Now lie. The rigging the last election way better pass. Now in the Abiola election where he win. Everybody, even Hausa Fulani people, then vote for Hausa people, then vote for Abiola. Pass Tofa. Tofa get 5 million people. Abiola get 8 million. They're not gonna like it. They can't vex. All elections since. May I show now where this thing there. I want make una see this. I know they come here just they come spin yano. I want come talk better talk. Make everybody shine out. Make we shine our eye. I want make you see it. I go just type now. You go see and come up now. I want me you see that now. You go come up. You go come up. But just wait. Okay, make I do this first. You're gonna go see him now. I don't put them inside. He's supposed to come now. You go see him come on. They work. I bet no vex so. It just they take time. I want make you see the fraud where them do us. Time don't knock, make we wake up, my people. Time don't knock. Make we wake up. This one they don't do. With this fraud we don't do. It don't do. Make we reject time. Okay, make it just. Okay, come on then. Go on there. Here we go. You see him. You see, for the middle here, make her go up. I want to make you see him. Make you see him. You see what I put there? 9 days inside that. A day inside the 1999 Constitution. Now fraud. No independent. The military then they control everything. Then they control our government. Then they control who they get. All of the posts now Fulani. Everything Fulani. It don't do. My people, make we come out from that contraption. How we go take come out? Now to carry out local, do our own referendum. We do the Middle Belt referendum. We go do Yoruba referendum. We go do Igbo. Now we go do am. We know they wait for them. Now we they do am. You get am. So make we begin. They make sure say our people they no go carry. They can accept this nonsense anymore. You don't do. The election, the contraption, na fraud. The 2023 elections, na fraud. They don't select who go be president already. I beg, we no want. We won't come out. We don't suffer enough. Then they use the inside this fraudulent this schedule. They can't put 68 exclusive items. They can't take and they carry come out our own resources. We the people will get the resources. We know benefit from them. We don't tire. We won't come out. So I just want to say, make I say that one briefly for Pidgin. May una understand say waiting there for ground. So now all of us we be Middle Belt, we be Southerners, and I ain't concerned. So make we stand together, make we come out from that contraption, make we begin do vigilante group. We need vigilante group. We go protect all of us for our community because the people, this government, then they carry better gun. They give terrorists. Their own people, them people where they come from West Africa, from Guinea, from Senegal, from Gambia, from Mali, from all them places. Then they come enter our place. Then they give them our own money, the money where they're supposed to use build our road, our bridges, our schools, our hospitals, our healthcare. Then they do. That's why we must come out. You don't tire. We don't want. We must come out from this contraption by force. One, we must come out. The sufferness where then they put for our head. You don't tire. We don't want to be suffer head again. We don't want. We not be suffer head. We be people where the Most High don't bless with plenty minerals inside our soil. We supposed to be the land of milk and honey. These people can't turn them into land where everybody they suffer. We don't tire. We won't come out. We won't waiting. We must come out, my people. We must come out. The sufferness don't do. We don't tire. We don't want. Make everybody go in own house. Make the Fulani and the house and make them stay for the north. We will get the land for the south and for the southwest, southeast, middle belt, and everybody in between. Make we stand. Make we begin to enjoy our own place. We want live better land for our coming generation. We want live better land country. So we go when we Yoruba nation. I want make it rise. Before we been get great kingdoms. All these colonials they know what thing happen. They know say that they can't destroy our kingdoms. And the time don't knock make we the children of these kingdoms, of the Yoruba kingdom, of the Igbos and the Middle Belt, make we all stand, build our kingdom again. Come out inside that mess whether they call Nigeria. Nigeria na trap. Nigeria na slave camp. We don't tire. We must come out. We must come out. So I hope that gives you some flavor of what we're doing. I'll be doing more of this as well. What we're trying to do is to reach as many people as possible using our videos, Pidgin, English, and Yoruba and Igbo, and we need as many people to get involved in this struggle. We have to do this. Don't forget, I'm watching. You can see the if you like the T-shirt and it's for Yoruba Nation. Get in touch with us. +44 739 580 606. Give us a call. We can chat a little bit. Let me see if that is on. I don't know if it is on. It is on. Yes. Oh, sorry. I thought it was on. Sorry, I beg your pardon. That was a direct call I received earlier, but I'm going to try and I'm trying to give us as much possible info as possible. So what we're doing here is to talk about things. I might even speak in Yoruba now. So I'm going to flip a little bit in between. Lórí ètò tí má ti wá sórí ètò tí má ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú Citizen AY èdè Gẹ̀ẹ́sì la máa fi ń sọ̀rọ̀ ńbẹ̀ pẹ̀lú Pidgin torí gbogbo àwọn tí wọn kì í sọ ìran tí wọn kì í sọ èdè wa. So tí mo ṣe ń ṣe yẹn. So ẹ jẹ́ má bínú kì í ṣe pé bóyá mi ò fẹ́ sọ láti fi àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ó ṣe pàtàkì ká láyé wọn ní èdè tán mọ̀ kí wọ́n lè so mọ́ wa ká lè gba òmìnira tá a fẹ́ gbà yìí àwọn ló ṣe pàtàkì ṣe wọn pé ìyà ní gbogbo wa ń jẹ ẹ̀yin náà la fẹ́ dá ìyàn yẹn dúró so ẹ jẹ́ ká sowọ́pọ̀ kájọ jẹjàngbara yìí òun ló ṣe pàtàkì jù lórọ̀ yẹn so n ta ṣe wá sórí ètò lẹ́nu yẹn mo kàn fẹ́ ṣe ẹ má bínú So now mo fẹ́ máa tún padà sí èbò kò rí mo láti ṣe àwọn kọ̀ọ̀kan tó bá tún ṣe díẹ̀ lórí ètò yìí náà kí n tó gbéra. So we're going to go back and speak in English. So I've basically been translating what I said, just summarizing a little bit of what I'm doing in Yoruba, because normally when people see me on the Oduduwa radio, it tends to be in, I speak a lot of my local language, my Oduduwa language, my Yoruba language. But because the broadcast when I'm doing on Citizen AY, it tends to be largely only English. But because I'm showing it on both platforms, I do try and in between just sort of stop and explain a little bit why that's the case. This program, when it starts on Citizen AY, it is going to be in English. But if it starts on Oduduwa TV radio, it is going to be largely Yoruba. And that's it. I think it's better it works that way. Now, the other thing I wanted to show us in the middle of all of this is something that happened the other day. And this is why we need to really be very, very alert. I want to show you, I made their souls rest in peace, these three. I made their souls rest in peace. It's painful to watch. The man was killed in Ondo. She was killed in Sokoto. He was killed in Lagos. All of them, the commonality is that they are not Fulanis and they are killed. Our lives don't matter to these people. So why should we be in the same country? Why should we be in the same country where these people don't? Our lives mean nothing to them. A Fulani man will kill a Southerner and they will get a call. Our life means nothing to them. We shouldn't be in the same country. Let's break it apart. Let the Fulanis and Hausas stay in the north. We in the south, we go our own way. We create our own nations. It is time. We have the right to self-determination. And that we must not let go of that. Please do share this podcast as you're watching it. Now, I want to show you something very important. Now, this is something that happened a few days ago. And I might show it again if I can. I'm hoping. Is that it? Yeah, I'm going to show you this. I hope they will let me do that, but I'm going to show you this one. I want you to, this is on Citizen AY right now. I shared it yesterday. I want you to, and I'm going to talk about this. And this is where we need to understand that what is happening to us is not unique to our part alone. This is part of, when we say that there is an orchestrated plan to enslave many African countries.
Hi, so what's going on here?
So let me just do that again, sorry. So when I say that is a plan to keep many African countries colonized, people will say, oh, you're talking nonsense. And when I say to us that we're not independent, they say we're talking nonsense. Listen to this young man. He's an European guy. He's from the UK. He's a part of the group, I think it's called Extinction Rebellion. I think it's called Justice for Africa. You can see the flag out there. I want you to listen to what he's going to say. Very important. Listen to this. Hope it works. Oh, come on.
We're outside the Mayfair Hotel in London.
Mayfair.
Where activists have locked on to the doors, glued on, and they've also dropped a big banner saying end oil colonialism. That's what's going on here. There's the Africa Energy Summit taking place right now with some VIP guests, big CEOs from some of the largest energy companies in the world, and delegates from across Africa. And what they're going to be doing here is making new deals and contracts, and they're basically using energy, whether it's oil, gas, sometimes renewables, but it's a tiny percentage of it, mainly oil and gas. They're using energy as a lever to extract the wealth from African people, from right underneath their feet. What happens is it drives nations into debt. You can see this right now, Benin, Burkina Faso, the Gambia.
1 second, I want to just make sure this is absolutely right, so that because it's something it's not quite right with it. I'm trying to get at working fine. I don't know what's happened there. So I'm hoping that you can hear it properly. Let's try it again. So I think it's running slow somehow. So I'm going to try and, I want you to hear it properly without any glitches. So let me just make sure. So 1 second. I don't know what that is. Sorry, 1 second, please. Just want to make sure check that. I don't like that. Okay. So I don't know why that is happening. Oh, it's slowing up. But I wanted you to listen to this bit anyway. Hopefully it will work. I'm hoping it will work. Let's try it again. Oh, something is going on now. I might have to end the broadcast soon. I don't know why that's happening, and I'm not happy that's happening like that. I'm really sad, actually, because you need to hear the story.
Some VIP guests.
Let's try again. Let's try again.
What's going on here? We're outside the Mayfair Hotel in London, where activists have locked on to the doors, glued on, and they've also dropped a big banner saying end oil colonialism. That's what's going on here. There's the Africa Energy Summit taking place right now with some VIP guests, big CEOs from some of the largest energy companies in the world, and delegates from across Africa. And what they're going to be doing here is making new deals and contracts, and they're basically using energy, whether it's oil, gas, sometimes renewables, but it's a tiny percentage of it, mainly oil and gas. They're using energy as a lever to extract the wealth from African people, from right underneath their feet. What happens is it drives nations into debt. You can see this right now: Benin, Burkina Faso, the Gambia, Ghana, Guinea-Bissau, Togo, Senegal, Niger, Nigeria.
Did you hear that? Niger, Nigeria. Niger, Nigeria. I want you to listen to that again. Let me see if I can get it up. See if I can get it working. Oh, come on. Sorry about this, but it's a very important point that's been made there.
Into debt. You can see this right now: Benin, Burkina Faso, the Gambia, Ghana, Guinea-Bissau, Togo, Senegal, Niger, Nigeria. All of these countries are in debt distress. That means so much of their debt is so much of their GDP, what they're making every month, what the state's making is being paid back to service debt to the rich nations. And so right now what's happening is that, and energy is the lever that they're using to extract more of that wealth. And that debt is putting future generations, they're making future generations pay, and we're not seeing any kind of development. That's the lie that they're going to be spinning, that this is all about development. But as has been going on in Africa for literally hundreds of years now, this is conscious underdevelopment of Africa. And it's absolutely terrible. We're trying to send a really, really clear message that our generation, the people coming up now, we do not believe that a country needs to grow forever. That is completely insane. That is sickness. That is greed. What we're asking is they stop. They must stop, because they have a debt to pay. And if they don't pay it willingly, it will be taken from them. More and more people are taking to the streets. And that's absolutely right. We need to absolutely transform our systems right now. And so a conference like this shouldn't be taking place. And if it should all be about justice for Africa. And that means cancel the debt, give back the land, pay loss and damage, repair the damage that's been done. No more oil.
So, there we have it. So I'm going to see if they will come back again. I'll try and play it again in the discussion. But that's a very important point that is being made there. And I wanted to really, I want to put that statement, the Constitution, as our background. If I can find it again. 1 second, please. Okay. 1 second. I'll get it back up. Just trying to. Okay. So I'll try and get that to work, but I'm trying to show you that this Constitution has got the handwork of those who colonized us in it. They have got the handwork of those who colonized us in it. And that is what they're using to hold us together. And that is why the UK and others are intent on us remaining as one, because they want to continue the exploitation. And you saw in the video, Nigeria was mentioned. Very important that we actually acknowledge that. Let me see if I can actually play the video uninterrupted, because actually it is not doing it justice when it's being interrupted like that. You won't get the message as it's intended. And sometimes it is better to get that message undiluted, clear, and to the point. That way you can really, it can make point, it can hit home. It's on Citizen AI, but I'm going to try and play it one more time. So do beg your pardon. I'm just trying to get it to you as I speak, because that message is very powerful, and sometimes you need to hear powerful messages to really connect the information that we need for you to get and be able to reach that particular point. So I'm just working on that now, but you will see that coming up in briefly in due course. Let me have a look. So I'm hoping that works soon. So we're trying to get that to you in the meantime. But like I said, it is important. There are things that have been done that we have not been aware of. And I think one of the things that our organization...
Hi, so what's going on here?
So
we're outside the Mayfair Hotel in London.
So I know we've been turned down.
Locked on to the doors, glued on, and they also dropped a big banner saying end oil colonialism. That's what's going on here. There's the Africa Energy Summit taking place right now with some VIP guests, big CEOs Those from some of the largest energy companies in the world and delegates from across Africa.
Right, let me do that again. Sorry about that. You won't see it now. Now you will see it coming up shortly. So apply 6, number 6. When you're some middle belt, I feel, yeah, I know that. Shola Adio, yeah, I'm trying. Oh, sorry. Okay, I'm not quite sure. Anyway, yeah. So I'm not quite sure. Anyway, so let's look, let's just try and be, let's work with this situation as it is. 1 minute, please. Let me just check something for you here. I'm trying to build something here so that you can see this information. It's very, very important information, and I want you to hear it directly.
Hi, so what's going on here?
We're outside the Mayfair Hotel in London, where activists have locked on to the doors, glued on, and they've also dropped a big banner saying "End oil colonialism." That's what's going on here. There's the Africa Energy Summit taking place right now with some VIP guests, big CEOs from some of the largest energy companies in the world.
Oh, thank you, Vivian. Yes.
Across Africa. And what they're going to be doing here is making new deals and contracts, and they're basically using energy, whether it's oil, gas, sometimes renewables, but it's a tiny percentage of it, mainly oil and gas. They're using energy as a lever to extract the wealth from African people, from right underneath their feet.
You see?
What happens is it drives nations into debt. You can see this right now. Benin, Burkina Faso, the Gambia, Ghana, Guinea-Bissau, Togo, Senegal, Niger, Nigeria, all of these countries are in debt distress. That means...
So let me play that bit again, in case you didn't hear it. I want you to hear that bit again. Listen now. Listen now. Listen. We are in debt distress. These guys know what is going on. Do you know it? Now, what I'm going to try and do is I'm trying to, as that we should probably find a way to communicate with certain sections of this, of those organizations that they're talking about. So at least it informs part of our thinking as well. So we have an overall picture of what is going on. Because right now, what is going on, we are not aware of it. We're not aware that we are under debt distress. When you hear debt distress, you don't relate it to us. But this guy, who is not part of us, knows what is going on. They are aware of what is going on. They know that this is being done, that a great injustice is being done. And the colonialism is still going on till date. Now, let me show you a picture. I don't know if you've got that picture. I might see. Let me see if I might have it somewhere. It's a picture of a Berlin conference, and it says a lot. That is still the same thing. They're having meetings in Mayfair, West London. And West Mayfair is one of the places where you will find some of the so-called your Nigerian rich. They're not rich, they're crooks buying properties with our own money. So 1 second, let me just see if I can find this out, if I can bring it out. Let me see if it will come up. Don't know if it will come. It may come, it may not. If it doesn't, then I know that I've not really... I'm just trying to find it for you. But anyway, let's listen back to what he said here.
Mainly oil and gas, they're using energy as a lever to extract the wealth from African people, from right underneath their feet.
Underneath our feet.
It drives nations into debt. You can see this right now. Benin, Burkina Faso, the Gambia, Ghana, Guinea-Bissau, Togo, Senegal, Niger, Nigeria, all of these countries are in debt distress. That means so much of their debt is so much of their GDP, what they're making every month, what the state is making is being paid back to service debt to the rich nations. And so right now what's happening is that, and energy is the lever that they're using to extract more of that wealth. And that debt is putting future generations, they're making future generations pay, and we're not seeing any kind of development. That's the lie that they're going to be spinning, that this is all about development. But as has been going on in Africa for literally hundreds of years now, this is conscious underdevelopment of Africa. And it's absolutely terrible. And we're trying to send a really, really clear message that our generation, the people coming up now, we do not believe that a country needs to grow forever. That is completely insane. That is sickness. That is greed. What we're asking is they stop. They must stop. Because they have a debt to pay. And if they don't pay it willingly, it will be taken from them. More and more people are taking to the streets. And that's absolutely right. We need to absolutely transform our systems right now. And so a conference like this shouldn't be taking place. And if it should all be about justice for Africa. And that means cancel the debt, give back the land, pay loss and damage, repair the damage that's been done. No more oil.
So cancel the debt, give that the debt, repair loss and damage, and give back the oil. Anyway, let me listen to what he said again to make sure. Here you go. So
This shouldn't be taking place, and if it should all be about justice for Africa, and that means cancel the debt, give back the land, pay loss and damage, repair the damage that's been done. No more oil.
So cancel the debt. 2, give back the land. You see? Very important point. Give back the land. And finally, repay the debt. Let's just make sure we hear it.
It shouldn't be taking place.
Listen.
And if it should all be about justice for Africa. And that means cancel the debt, give back the land, pay loss and damage, repair the damage that's been done. No more oil.
Repair the damage. So, no more oil. So, those are 4 key points he mentioned there. So, now you can now see in the context of, and this is by, I think it's by Extinction Rebellion. And you see the sign behind him, it says Justice for Africa. The reason I'm bringing this to our attention is that we often, and I want to use this as an opportunity to talk to, oh my gosh. I still did live, oh my brother, I'm still live. But I'm going to call you. I'm going to call you back. I'll call you back. Bye. Thank you, bye. So, now, what I'm trying to show you all, before I wrap this up, is that if we think that this is something that is happening to us alone, it isn't. Those countries, remember those countries? I'm going to put it
The Gambia into debt. You can see this right now. Benin, Burkina Faso, the Gambia, Ghana, Guinea-Bissau, Togo, Senegal, Niger, Nigeria. All of these countries are in debt distress.
9
that
countries.
Means so much of their debt is so much of their GDP, what they're making every month, what the state is making is being paid back to service debt to.
So you can see that there is a strategy here. So when we're talking about, and that is where many people don't understand. That is why I was putting up this here. There is a connection between this constitution and the debt distress. They are keeping us together. They don't want us to grow. They want us to be underdeveloped. They want us to be servicing debt, so we are underdeveloped. We are being deliberately underdeveloped. These are things that we need to be aware of. One more thing I will show you before I wrap up. There is a section. They were even, I'm going to just show Extinction Rebellion. They were showing, they were even gluing themselves to the floor. So you will see this a little bit. You see? You see that? You see? That's what's happened to us. So they are doing this to raise awareness about us. You see? You see, they glued themselves. They glued themselves in the UK here. And I wanted you to just see that. They glued themselves. I wanted you to see that. They glued themselves to the building so that they won't be able to hold the meeting. You see that? Listen.
Which destroyed the forest.
You see?
Which leads to desertification, which leads to meltdown. That could be solved with renewable energy so easily. It could change drastically people's lives for almost no cost whatsoever, apart from your profits.
So when we say
stop funding oil and fossil fuels, invest in renewables. We have to invest in renewables. We're just avoiding reality.
You see?
So I'm doing this action because we don't need any more fossil fuel projects. The science clearly says that.
You see?
And it's exploiting people in Africa and global majority of people.
Listen to you, too.
Everywhere.
It's not for me. Listen.
And
you listen. This is information that you need to know. And we need to take action. We have to break it up.
Which is wrong. And I know it's a complicated subject, and I'm definitely not an academic. but also it's colonialism.
You see?
And the
There you
science
go.
clearly says we don't need any more fossil fuels. And the people in this conference are discussing both of those things, which is wrong. So this is my way of standing with the frontline communities of resistance in Africa and across the world who are risking their lives to oppose this, and this is the least I can do. And yeah, it's my way of saying fuck you to these big bosses and companies that are playing with people's lives for their own benefit.
Yeah. This is very important information. I hope you listen to that. You see, they believe in this. They believe they are working to make sure that the injustice that their ancestors did on us, they are trying to take steps to redress it. You just see them on that level. But look, the police are trying to chase them out. They disrupted that. What steps are we doing? Listen to it. This is. So these are important things that you're looking at. This is something that I felt we needed to see and to really understand. You know. See that?
In London, in plain sight, in a posh hotel, Mayfair,
there you go.
The oil giants are meeting with African countries,
you see,
as if there wasn't a climate emergency, and it was perfectly normal to do new oil and gas deals in plain sight.
In plain sight.
And this is not acceptable.
There you go.
We need to throw light on this so that it begins to stop.
You see?
So the voices that are heard currently are the voices that are considered respectable and powerful. And these are the voices that we see wandering about the corridors of the Mayfair Hotel.
Exactly.
They are also the voices and the powers that have brought us to this crisis. But for generations, like decades or even centuries, the voices of Africans within the African continent have been speaking out against oil exploration and other resource extraction that has brought devastation to their communities and now is like bringing devastation to the entire planet. So, you know, experience should teach us that we shouldn't listen to those that appear powerful, but those on the ground who know the reality.
Exactly.
We're taking action because how can we stand by and watch new oil contracts being made in full daylight during a climate emergency?
Yeah.
We urge you all to take whatever action you can immediately.
You see? They are taking steps.
That was exciting.
We
We're
need
back
to
outside
take steps.
Slightly less brave
I'm
streamers.
asking you, take steps.
Inside, if you've just seen that, there were people sat on the floor. I'm guessing they're rebels. They were chanting things like "Justice for Africa." That sums up quite well the 4 demands. And as we've been hearing, climate change in Africa and the way the fossil fuels have been exploited, there's lots of layers of injustice. Injustice between the global north and Africa, injustice between the wealthy people in Africa and the poor people who suffer quite badly and treated unfairly.
Indeed.
We were filming through the window, which I was feeling quite clever about. They're now covering up. This looks like there's one more window we might be able to get cover from. So I'll point that through the.
You see, they're trying to hide it. They're trying to hide what's going on.
There's still people. You can see that in the back there.
I know there's only 12 of us watching. That's okay.
I'm guessing they're locked on.
Important that I want you to have important information.
We're all standing here, trying to film and holding up banners, which we're exploiting every inch of potential. We cover up the windows. There's less glare. So. I didn't know that was going to happen. I was busy live streaming. I was a bit indignant that someone had some better film. But it's absolutely astonishing, isn't it? What people in exile do. They look quite relaxed. The police officer's just standing, watching. It looks like there's a staircase blocked off, so I'm not sure people will be able to go up there. They've blocked off one window we were filming through, because obviously they don't want to see it. Oh, look, here comes a stepladder. It's like they're going to block off another window. But I don't think we're going to miss much, because they're locked on, they're inside. They're going to be lying there for some time, because if they're locked on, the police will have to come and cut them out. I don't know, and that's quite a noisy process, quite a smelly process with the power tools and everything. In fact, that way the police will probably cause more disruption getting them out.
I'm just saying that we need to, this is still on us to do, you know.
You can't leave them there all day. So how many?
This is on us to do. I mean, this video is out on air, but I want us to understand that this constitution is a colonial document. This decree is a colonial document that they've given to the Fulanis, who are proxies, to use to control us so they can continue to get our resources. They're pinning us, and then they're asking us to do deals. They are doing deals on the very same place where we're having distress. Our people are dying. So we have a lot of work to do. And I'm going to try and get in touch with those organizers and work out how we can, do things necessarily. Certainly, there are certain parts we will interact with them. But a lot of the work that we have to do has to be by ourselves alone and achieve this ourselves. But you can see that there are people that know the injustice, and we need to get in touch and work out how we can do this. We need to, if we're trying to stop something, we need to understand the forces who are behind them. There are some unseen hand, such as you just seen now, who are behind the death, the destruction, the oppression going on in our land. Our people are suffering. We are a rich continent, and we are being deliberately impoverished by those who are using religion and all manner of things to distract us, and then having deals on our resources underneath our own feet, denying us access to our own resources. You can see that we're not independent. Any talk that any African nation is independent is an illusion. It is an illusion. Let me play you that voice again of that young man to waken you up, because we need to really be awake. And many of us have not been awake. Listen to his voice, and I will then probably wrap up here. Let me see.
Hi, so what's going on here?
We're outside the Mayfair Hotel in London, where activists are locked on to the doors, glued on, and they've also dropped a big banner saying "End oil colonialism." That's what's going on here. There's the Africa Energy Summit taking place right now with some VIP guests, big CEOs from some of the largest energy companies in the world, and delegates from across Africa. And what they're going to be doing here is making new deals and contracts, and they're basically using energy, whether it's oil, gas, sometimes renewables, but it's a tiny percentage of it, mainly oil and gas. They're using energy as a lever to extract the wealth from African people, from right underneath their feet. What happens is it drives nations into debt. You can see this right now: Benin, Burkina Faso, the Gambia, Ghana, Guinea-Bissau, Togo, Senegal, Nigeria, all of these countries.
Nigeria, we are being, debt distress. This is a deliberate ploy to impoverish us. We need to wake up, my people. I've got to come back and do a show about this. And I probably have to go and do this to really awaken us. And we need to have, they know what is going on. And they are making us aware. The question now is that we on our own growth, in the end, it is still down to us. We should not be relying on those, somebody else to come and help us. Only us can free us. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Have no fear for atomic energy, 'cause none of it can stop all the time. How long must they kill our prophets? Whilst we stand aside and look, oh, some say it's just a part of it. It's got to be. Won't you, somebody else said something here. Won't you help to sing this song of freedom? Is all I ever hear. Oh yeah, redemption song. We have to emancipate ourselves from mental slavery. We've been mentally enslaved in our own land. We are rich, but we are poor. We're made to believe that we are poor psychologically. The illusion that they're creating of poverty in a land where we have everything. That poverty means that if they're making us impoverished, that means that they are taking our resources and hiding the fact that they're taking it from us. It is up to us to wake up. Yes. This is Baba Africa. Yes. Africa needs to, exactly. To bond. Really? Oh, I see. No. We're not going to say that now, please. I understand what yeah, it's a criminal country. Yeah, it is. But I don't want to say that. Let me just play that again. I hear what you're saying, but we have to be very responsible in the statement we are making here. And I understand your sentiments and everything, but like I said, what we're trying to do is our focus is how to free our people from this bondage. Because we are in a bondage. We are in a bondage. Many people don't see it, but we're in a bondage. But this kind of information that you see, let's play.
Hi, so what's going on here?
We're outside the Mayfair Hotel in London.
Mayfair, London. Mayfair.
Locked on to the doors, glued on,
in
and
plain sight.
Also dropped a big banner saying "End oil colonialism." That's
End
what's
oil
going on here. There's
colonialism.
the Africa Energy Summit taking place right now with some VIP guests, big CEOs from some of the largest energy companies in the world, and delegates from across Africa. And what they're going to be doing here is making new deals and contracts, and they're basically using energy, whether it's oil, gas, sometimes renewables, but it's a tiny percentage of it, mainly oil and gas. They're using energy as a lever to extract the wealth from African people, from right underneath their feet. What happens is it drives nations into debt. You can see this right now. Benin, Burkina Faso, the Gambia, Ghana, Guinea-Bissau, Togo, Senegal, Nigeria, all of these countries are in debt distress. That means so much of their debt is, so much of their GDP, what they're making every month, what the state is making is being paid back to service debt to the rich nations. And so right now what's happening is that, and energy is the lever that they're using to extract more of that wealth. And that debt is putting future generations, they're making future generations pay, and we're not seeing any kind of development. That's the lie that they're going to be spinning, that this is all about development. But as has been going on in Africa for literally hundreds of years now,
hundreds of years,
conscious underdevelopment of Africa. And it's absolutely terrible. And we're trying to send a really, really clear message that our generation, the people coming up now, we do not believe that a country needs to grow forever. That is completely insane. That is sickness. That is greed. What we're asking is they stop. They must stop. Because they have a debt to pay. And if they don't pay it willingly, it will be taken from them. More and more people are taking to the streets. And that's absolutely right. We need to absolutely transform our systems right now. And so a conference like this shouldn't be taking place. And if it should all be about justice for Africa. And that means cancel the debt, give back the land, pay loss and damage, repair the damage that's been done. No more oil.
So now, watch this now. So I want you to watch this. So I'm going to just show you. So that's what it says here. End oil colonialism. End oil colonialism. Can you see that? So this is by Voice newspapers. I'm going to read to you what it says. Let's read it. Because you understand, I want us to understand what is really, that there is a connection between this and this. I maintain that. Those who want that to remain in place, they are the ones who are signing deals. Because when you sign the deal based on those nations they create, those who control those nations, they get the first bite at the cherry to get those resources. Do you understand why it is important for them to keep Nigeria one? Because of this, they want the continued unfettered access to our resources and to keep us impoverished. That's the connection. And that's why we need to break it up. Now listen to this. Protesters gathered outside a London hotel on Wednesday calling for an end to oil colonialism throughout Africa, where the heavy hitters in gas and oil resources met with African delegates to hash out new deals. The two-day African Energy Summit, held at the 351-a-night Mayfair Hotel, turned sour when a coalition of group campaigners, including the Extinction Rebellion of Africa and African Rising banners, hung outside the hotel's porch and lobby while blasting audio against new oil deals by African activists. I wish I had seen this. I'd have loved to have been there yesterday. I love to have been there on Wednesday. Demonstrators were reported to have glued themselves to the doors of Gordon Ramsay's Hedon Street Kitchen restaurant, which led to the planned gala being cancelled. Ha! You see? Wow. Now, this is good to know. These are things that we need to know. The campaign groups calling for rich countries to stop taking natural resources of gas and oil that African continent had boasted for many years amid warnings that it would leave already poor countries in survival mode after years of colonialism. African countries like Nigeria, Benin, Gambia. Nigeria is mentioned in this, so go back again. Let me show you. You see, though the colonials, they need to have that contraption intact because that is their link into being able to get the resources. It is still back down to the treaties of the 1880s, the Berlin Conference. That treaty, they signed among themselves that anybody that is in that any colonial that lays claim to any African soil, if he gets there, they get first bite at the resources. That is still what is still at play today. Now, let's carry on. So African countries like Nigeria, Benin, and Gambia are just some of the few that are expected to be driven into debt if a new oil deal is struck. Are you listening? That's for the coming generations. Now, do you see why the urgency for us to dismantle contraption, the fraudulent contraption, is a must? And there is a race now. You can see there is a direct link between keeping us as Nigeria to continue to extract our resources and stopping us from getting self-determination. It is clear. Rob Calendar, a member of the Jubilee for Climate, said oil companies need to get out of Africa. As our partners on the continent have been saying, they are calling on rich nations like UK to cancel the debt, which is like a knee on the neck, forcing governments to extract anything and everything just to service obscene levels of unjust debt, leaving nothing for the kind of development that benefits the people. Look, I'm just reading to you. This is just pure research I'm doing. I'm doing pure research and I'm giving it to you as I'm getting it. This is something you won't find anywhere else. People are talking. We are talking and going around in circles. We are getting to the root of the problem right now. The root of the problem is this. The name Nigeria that they want to keep intact using the Fulanis, root of the problem. Now, the second part of it is what I'm explaining to you and exposing to you now. Signing based on that name, that country called Nigeria, they now sign deals. That is why they want it intact. Because if they rip that up, they cannot sign any deal with anybody. And they are afraid. We have the opportunity to make a change, a huge change. And we need to take that step now to free our people. We are in bondage. Now listen on. So it's here. If the UK is serious about allowing Africa to develop, it would write off the debt, which it can, and which would allow African states to invest in the continent's huge renewable energy potential, a far more resilient energy source in most communities. The debt payment of 44 African countries was 75 billion in 2019, a far greater than the amount of public finance needed to tackle climate change. Rather than enforcing this colonial hangover, global North governments should be meeting their loss and damage commitment to this part of the world. The least responsible for climate change, an issue shamefully sidelined at the UK hosted COP26. As the cost of living crisis bites in the UK, the highly anticipated conference was backed by oil giants like Shell and Schlumberger, who are reported to have made record profits in the last quarter when fuel prices are skyrocketing for millions. It comes after the Prime Minister Boris Johnson dismissed a promised windfall tax on oil companies at a time when they are continuing to expand throughout African countries. Now, do you see the need for us to go for self-determination fully? We have to stop them. Yes, we have to stop them. So now, the continent is predicted to be hardest hit by developments in the West following a report by the International Plant Protection Convention, IPPC, that showed the use of fossil fuels could result in Africa's population being displaced within the next 8 years. According to Extinction Rebellion. So they are going to displace us. They want us to move out of Africa. This is the reality. So you're busy saying, oh, you're supporting one Nigeria. This is what you're supporting. You're supporting your own extinction, your own displacement from your own continent in supporting one Nigeria. I'm presenting the facts to you. Now, Kathy Allen, a member of the Extinction Rebellion Group support, said Africa has contributed to just 2% to global emissions to date, while almost half the continent cannot access electricity. Yet the impacts of climate change throughout the continent are already brutal. How can we stand by and watch these money games in Mayfair? What's happening here is unregulated oil companies signing exploitative new oil deals with debt-burdened African nations, which need to cope with not only pollution of oil exploration in the country, but the global effects of oil exploration, the drought of food insecurity, displacement, and conflict. This is not a conference, it is a crime scene disguised as a party. There you have that report. It's by Voice. I thank you very much for Voice newspaper. I just do some digging here and there, and I'm going to get this picture. This is a very good picture. You need to get a hold of it. I'm going to get a hold of it, and I'm going to make sure this is something that it is not even, look, this is not, you need to understand what we are facing. And I am not going to be silent. You know, we speak up. The coming generation, we owe it to them. We owe it to the coming generation. That's why we need to put a stop to this nonsense. Put a stop to it. So I'm going to put this up. You'll be seeing it on all platforms. Please do share it. I keep telling you, what we do on this platform is to do extensive research on things, and we'll bring it to you as we get it. Now, we may not be perfect in presentation in many ways, but the effectiveness of what we're doing is speaking truth to power. If you stand on truth, come what may, at the end, truth will prevail. That is what I know. Truth will prevail. Now, let us do this now. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Citizen Network, the platform where we speak truth to power. Sorry, let me just get this done. So I'm just trying to get you this. This is very, very important. You know, so I need to get in touch with them. In fact, I'm going to try and get in touch with, and we'll probably be doing a program with Extinction Rebellion at some point. So So Rebellion outside with Mayfair. So I'm gonna do that outside Mayfair because I'm gonna be. We need to be, and I think we need to be very, very conscious of what is being done here. So 1 minute, please. I'm just going to. Yeah, so I'm just trying to put that up there so you will see it, and you will see it anyway. But I'm just bringing this to our attention. So now we've come full circle. Oftentimes, I've always talked about the fact of the effect of Berlin, that we're still feeling the effects of Berlin Conference. But many people don't understand. They don't get it, or they don't wish to understand what that means. But by me showing this now, I think you will be able to see all of that. And you can connect. We've more or less connected the dot, and we need to now make our people see that this is not going to be. 1 minute, please. I don't know what's going on with this thing here. So let me just check something here. So it's very important that this information. Oh, look at that nonsense. Look at that nonsense. Huh? So I mean, I think I've shared that before actually. So it's all machinations, all of this. Again, I'm going to put you a picture. There's a picture of, I'm going to do something to make you understand that all of this stuff, we are still under colonial rule. Make no mistake about it. We are under colonial rule, and it's important as a stand that we understand that That is what is going on, and we have to collectively dismantle that in contraction Nigeria. And that one of the first steps is to break down that contraction Nigeria, because we are being held in a vice by those who are exploiting our resources to our cost. These are things that many people do not want to talk about, but these are the realities on ground, So I'm bringing this to you. I hope you were sharing it. I hope you think of it and look at this and really understand that this is something why we need to proceed full steam ahead to go for self-determination, because the fraud that is being, oh man. Let me see. Let me just check something here for a second. Okay. I don't know what's going on with this thing. 1 second. Okay. Okay, so now, so what that means now is just looking at that picture. Look at the men in suit, and look at the protesters, because they are exposing them, and they don't like that. They are going to go and sign deals with those politicians in Nigeria, those Nigerian politicians. And there's a picture that I saw the other day that I wasn't going to actually release, but I'm actually going to not release it, but I wasn't going to talk about it, because I thought, okay, it's not really relevant at this point to do that. But there's a picture that just came about, and I want you to look at that. And that tells you alarm bells. That is alarm bells for us. When you see the picture, this will make sense to you. When you see the picture, it will make sense to you what I'm saying and why we need to even go forward and not allow any of these people to continue to impoverish us. So I'm going to read that. I'm going to do a lot of this research. I'm going to speak to 1 or 2 people. Let's just say when I do my research and come back, I'll give you more updates about things. This is not the end, but we need to really understand that there is a connection between this and this. There is a connection between this and, where is it? Sorry about that. There's a connection, and until we must not shy away from this. Now let me show you something. In the middle of, as we're talking about all this, that we need to be very, very conscious of what's being done. They are trying everything they can. They are trying to look at all things and bring us so-called saviors. It's all lies. It's all lies. So, like I said, I will do this. I'm trying to make sure that we hit the nail on the head. Yeah. There you go. See that? Katrina Lang. Shaking hands with who? Shaking hands with who? Good luck, Jonathan. There's no way that they want us to break up contract. They don't want us to dismantle contract in Nigeria. But we must. That's what I'm trying to make us to understand. So tomorrow, please join us for that match. The football match is happening tomorrow. Let me get the picture of the football. The link will be Yoruba Nation Football Federation, YNFF. So you'll be showing it on Oduduwa TV Radio and Citizen AY tomorrow. We'll be showing it. In fact, we're probably going to be streaming back to back as much as often as we can on the broadcast tomorrow. If you haven't signed the petition, please, we need you to sign that petition for Yoruba Nation. It's pinned on both Oduduwa TV Radio, Citizen AY. Go and sign the Yoruba Nation petition. It's very, very important. We need your support. We need to continue to grow this the platform and bring this information to you. So, there's a lot of things that have opened now, so it might slow things up a little bit. But I wanted to just show you that. So let me do this now. I'm going to just do this now. I'm actually just going to take a few things down so that it will not hold things. Because sometimes when I open a lot of things, it will slow things down somewhat, and I don't want that to be the case, so that I can give you the information that we need and not necessarily allow it to hold things up. So now I think there we are. So let's have a look at that. I think we should be good to go now. So that is the information right there that I want us to hold on to and to use to really wake our people up. There's no harm in doing this. I'm just going to, let me just go here and do this. So that's the best thing to do. You don't have to, we are not going to be silent in the face of this injustice. We are being oppressed in our land. We're not free. if anybody you think you're free, you're not free. So let me I'm trying to put this up so that, you know, people understand what is being done. You will see it come up in a minute. A minute. So 1 minute, please. Just give me a minute. I'm just trying to. I will share this on. You can see it on Citizen AY on Facebook and other platforms. But what I'm saying is that there is a connection with what is being done here, and it's important that we understand all of the connections. We have not connected the dots for a long time. We have all sort of just sat by and watched. And I'm telling you that, you know, the name Nigeria is a part of the countries mentioned there. Let me show you. So don't think, oh, this doesn't matter. Let me show you where it talks about it. It says here, Nigeria is mentioned there. We are under debt distress. Yeah? Let me try and get you that one. Yeah, you ate Peter George. Fantastic. Yes, I'm wearing it now. I'm gonna wear it tomorrow. So join us on Oduduwati Radio Citizen AY. I'll be there. We'll be streaming it simultaneously on both platforms. So join us. We need you to really help us with that program. Let's see. 1 second. I don't want to go and get this done. I'm just trying to get. I know I read something to you, but I want to. Yes, here we go. I want you to just put your eyes on this one. Here. African countries like Nigeria, Benin, and Gambia are just some of the few that are expected to be driven into debt if a new oil deal is struck. If a new oil deal is struck. So they want to strike a new oil deal at our expense. Now you see why they want to keep Nigeria one. See that? I want you to just see that. I'm just putting it out there so you can see. Because sometimes when we say things, people tend to think we're exaggerating it. But you can see it there. It is in black and white. And I want us to really make sure that this is information that we share. This is really important information. And I am glad I spent the time that it needed to get the information out. Because sometimes when you come out on a broadcast, you're not quite sure. Sometimes it would be, you need to just give the normal message. But other times there are things that would come up that suddenly will say, right, okay, you know what, this is, this is of immense importance, and it's worth spending a bit of time to look at it and break it down. So let me just do this. Okay. So let's do this now. I needed to just get this right. So please, as you're watching, if you're watching Citizen AY and you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. We really need your support. And please help us, go ahead and help us grow the platform. It is very, very important that we have that platform growing, and your support in that is very, very much needed. So please, of course, don't forget to go ahead, subscribe to us, hit the like button, so support Oduduwa TV Radio as well. So on those of you watching Oduduwa TV Radio, go ahead and subscribe. And also we have a new membership scheme on both Oduduwa TV Radio and Citizen AY. Both different platforms. Oduduwa TV Radio is focused on Oduduwa in terms of Yoruba and everything about in Yoruba. But the Citizen AY encompasses both Yorubas, Igbos, and Middle Belt, and everybody else. That way we can have a lot more engaging discussion. Particularly the issue of the Constitution is something we need to work on. So we have both membership on Citizen AY. Join us there. You can join us right now as you're watching. Don't forget, if you're watching Citizen AY on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube now. Go ahead, do so now. Oh, okay, it's not quite responding. I'm not sure what's happening there, but anyway, So yeah, there we go. So go ahead. So we'd like you to continue to subscribe to us. I think we've given you quite a lot of information that we can take action on, and there's a lot of information yet that will come. But like I said, above all, one of the things that I want us to know is this: this is a fraud. What is being used to rule over us now is a promulgation decree. Anybody coming to you to show you this document as being a document that is being used is simply lying to you. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. This one. Where is it again? There. Let me just show you briefly to see, so you understand. This document is a fraud. So let me just go here. Okay. So I'm just putting it up there. And I want us to, when you get this podcast, share. We'll come back later on, hopefully. I will come back later and we'll talk some more. When you see this, I want you to have in your mind already that there was no proposed... Now, before I go ahead, you see, what is happening now with the colonials now, I'm going to actually do this. Let me do this. In fact, I'm going to show you. The same thing is what you see now. Let's go here. Hopefully, I'll be able to get it right. 1 second, please. Because it's important to put the picture in the mind of the people so that we understand what is being done. And this is a fraud all day. It's a fraud. It remains a fraud. And we will not allow them to continue with this fraud. We are being defrauded by crooks. So I'm going to do this. Because I want to have that so that you will see this in yourself and recognize that what is being done is fraudulent, and it's the same system over and over in using different formats to confuse us. It's the same thing. They are sitting in a room. Firstly, it was in Berlin. That one was the first one was in Berlin conference. Now they're in Mayfair in London, trying to hoodwink you to sign a deal that's going to be to the detriment of your people. And they say, don't worry, we'll take care of you. You'll be fine. Yeah. Yada nonsense. Let me see. No. Of course, we got this one here. So let me put that one on the side. Sorry. 1 second. So you're gonna see this one here. I'm trying to make sure I can put it somewhere that it doesn't get in the way. Yeah, good. So we keep her here. Then the other one I want to show you before I go. There's a lot of information, so sometimes it does, you have to try and process it and deliver it. But so already you can see that is what's his name? Good Luck Jonathan with Katrina Lang. Which is sickening, to be honest with you. It's actually quite sickening to think about the fact that is what is happening, and we mustn't allow it. We need to reject it totally. Now let me show you another one. Where is it? Then you can connect the dots. The same thing, the same set of people, and all they're doing is trying to keep you enslaved. And it's time that we woke up. It's time that we woke up and actually confronted this injustice. There we go. There we go. Now, I'm going to put this up here. I want you to see, look at the similarities. See up there? See up there? See? Look at that. Mayfair, Berlin Conference. Mayfair, Berlin Conference. And to make sure that we stay one, they're shaking hands with one of the ones, the gullible ones that they're going to use to oppress us in our own land. It's time we woke up. Can you see the full, can you connect all of that now? Is it making sense to you? Is it making sense to you? We have work to do collectively. It's not a job for one person. We have work to do collectively. What they want and what they're banking on, trying to do, is to make sure that you do not connect it. They want you to not connect it. They don't want you to know that what is going on is what is they don't want you to know the reality of what's going on. And we're trying to bring this to your attention to make sure that you do not be silent. We need to, and there are people, we have people who want to work and break this down. Fossil fuel is no longer needed. And those people who are signing this, they're impoverishing their own people. they're selling, this is sickening. So I hope many of you watching this, I hope you're taking, understanding what's going on. I'm showing you pictures because I want that to understand and connect. That's Berlin Conference below. This is 2022. All colonialism. Berlin Conference was about colonialism. The oil now it's about colonialism because of our resources. And it's until we must wake up. We must wake up and confront this collectively. And it is affecting us and the coming generations. And we need to speak up. So please, I'm asking you as you're watching it, share this, this is thank you, Chijo K. Ben, thank you. Alex Elijah Oluwanyika, thank you. So these are the things. Just look at the pictures. This happened on Wednesday. They happened on Wednesday, just gone. We're now on Friday. Colonialism. And that picture was in 1887. 1884-85 Berlin Conference. September 84 to February 85 Berlin Conference. And now they are having a meeting, deals, to sign deals. And they were signing deals there to impoverish us and keep us enslaved. They're signing deals. This time, the likes of this person will now go into that office signing deals. And that's Katrina Ling. She's the Governor General. Katrina Ling is the Governor General, whether you like it or not. Since 2014 till date, she's been the one running Nigeria. And the others are puppets. And kudos to the Extinction Rebellion for the work they've done. I'm going to try and see how we can, do something anyway. But, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you found this very, very informative. I think I'm going to wrap it up here. We've done, I don't know how many hours. I don't know how many hours have been done on here now. I know I've been here for some time now. So let me just check. Oh my gosh, 3 hours. I think. Is it 3 hours? It can't be. So it's 11, 12, 1, 2. Are you sure? So 11, 12, 1, 2, maybe over 3 hours. Let's see. So I'll be back later on. I'm going to have a bit of a break now. I wanted to just make sure that we could get this thing done in this way. So you got those pictures. I just want to leave with you with those pictures to know that, what is being done is we are being oppressed in our own land. And it's time that we woke up. It's time we reject this nonsense. We have to actively reject it. We cannot continue to accept this injustice and believe that that's okay. It is terribly, terribly wrong. These people are oppressing us in our own land, using our own resources, and we cannot be quiet. So that picture is what I want you to make sure that you have that picture there. Let's have a look. Yeah, so you got the third one there. So you can see what I'm saying, and it's time we change it. It's time we make a change. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. What we'd like you to do is go ahead and subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. Here's what you need to do that. Let me see if it works. Here's what you need to do that. Go ahead and subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. Subscribe, hit notification button, and give us the thumbs up and help us share the broadcast. The information that contained is very, very important. I've put that out there so that you can see that and share it. That is something that, we need to end oil colonialism. We are not independent. We're not free. And when they take our oil, that means that they are denying us our right to oil beneath our feet. The Western world. That's what is happening. That's the reality. We're not saying we should hate anybody. We're saying that we should be allowed to grow and develop ourselves. We are being deliberately underdeveloped. And they're trying to do it in such a way that we now have to leave our own land. And that should not be happening. And then when we leave, it's interesting. When we leave and we go to Europe, we are called what? Foreigners. We are called foreigners. We are called refugees. But when they come here, and when they come to Africa, they are called what? Expats. I kid you not. Let me show you, to show you, let me just say why are Europeans called expats. Let me show you. I just want you to understand, though. To understand. Yeah. You see that now? The word expatriate comes from Latin terms ex, out of, and patria, native land, fatherland. Yeah. So listen to this. So now with that context, Africans are immigrants, Arabs are immigrants, Asians are immigrants. However, Europeans are expats because they can't be at the same level as. I just want you to understand the thinking. So there you go. Now, so anybody going outside to work in the country is an expat, but no, the word exclusively applies to white people. Join our global development professionals. In lexicon of human migration, there are hierarchical words created with purpose of putting white people above everyone else. One of those remnant word is the word expat. Let me just expat. You see that? I want you to see it. Expat. What is an expat and who is an expat? According to Wikipedia, an expatriate, often shortened to expat, is a person temporarily or permanently residing in a country other than that of the person's upbringing. The word comes from the Latin terms ex, out of, and patria, country, fatherland. Defined that way, you should expect that any person going to work outside his or her country or her country for a period of time would be an expat, regardless of his skin color or country. But this is not the case. In reality, expat is a term reserved exclusively for Western white people to work abroad. Are you listening? As an expat, we say expat. An expat. We don't understand. I hope we are getting some understanding. Now, Africans are immigrants. Arabs are immigrants. Asians are immigrants. However, Europeans are expats because they can't be at the same time. They can't be at the same level as other ethnicities. They are superior. You hearing? They are. Listen to this word, though. Let me read all of that to you again, so you understand the context of how this word is being used. Africans are immigrants, Arabs are immigrants, Asians are immigrants. However, Europeans are expats because they can't be at the same level as other ethnicities. They are superior. Immigrants is a term set aside for inferior races. Are you listening? Are you listening? Are you listening? Don't take my word for it. The Wall Street Journal, the leading financial information magazine in the world, has a blog dedicated to the life of expats. And recently they featured a story. Who is an expat anyway? Here are the main conclusions. Some arrivals are described as expats, as others as immigrants, and some simply as immigrants. It depends on social class, country of origin, and economic status. It's strange to hear some people in Hong Kong described as expats, but not others. Anyone with roots in Western country is considered an expat. Filipino domestic helpers are just guests, even if they've been here for decades. Mandarin-speaking mainland Chinese are rarely regarded as expats. It's a double standard woven into official policy. You see, these are the things that we are trying to expose. Now, in reality, the reality is the same in Africa and Europe. Top African professionals going to work in Europe are not considered expats. They are immigrants, period. I work for multinational organizations, both in private and public sectors, and being black or colored doesn't gain me the term expat. I am highly qualified immigrant, as they call me, to be politically correct, says an African migrant worker. Now, most white people deny that they enjoy the privileges of a racist system. And why not? But our responsibility is to point out and deny them these privileges directly related to an outdated supremacist ideology. If you see those expats in Africa, call them immigrants like everyone else. If that hurts their white superiority, they can jump in the air and stay there. The political deconstruction of this outdated worldview must continue. So this is, this is another thing. That's what I like with what I do my research, because I'm trying to make sure you understand the reason why we need to dismantle all of this. This is an image that they've created, that the colonials are, they have the right to take your resources. And by distracting and deconstructing every level of layers that they've used to try and to make you see them as superior, when they actually have come to your land and take your resources, they are thieves in that way. We need to deconstruct those things and demystify all of these illusions that they created. It's all about our resources in our land, and we need to stand up for our people. The coming generation cannot go through what we have gone through, and we need to work together. So, ladies and gentlemen, listen, I'm going to stop here. It's been quite a long one. I wasn't planning to do this. This is all about ensuring that Africa really gets back to true greatness. If we do not confront those things, thank you very much, JK Ben. So all of us now, there's a lot of work for us to do. Tomorrow, looking forward to the match, we'll be sharing the broadcast live. Join us on Oduduwa TV Radio. Join us on Citizen AY. Please do subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. Help us grow the platform. We truly appreciate your support. So now, I think I am going to really call it a day now, because it's been some time that I've been doing this now, and I don't want to, I need to just sort of have a bit of a break. In fact, I need to go. I've got to go to the gym and do some swim. I've done 52. I've done over 110 laps now. 110 laps in the pool. But I want to thank you all so much for joining me. Yes. Please sign the Yoruba petition. The petition is, thank you very much, Peter George. Yeah, it's pinned on both platforms, on Citizen AY and on Oduduwa TV Radio. Please go ahead and sign that petition. Please don't forget to subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube, the platform where we speak truth to power. Go ahead and sign that petition. We truly appreciate you. Let me just do something quickly without doing. So I want you to just do something quickly for us. So let's do this. Subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. So go ahead and subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. We truly need your support. Everything that you do for us in that way is truly appreciated. Subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. We really need your support there. So subscribe, and also, of course, on the Oduduwa TV Radio as well. So please don't forget to join us. Join us again soon. I'll be back later on to give you some more updates. But I hope you found the information that we had in here very informative. We need to go for self-determination. We need to raise the level of awareness in our communities. There is a high level of ignorance about the fact that our governance is actually the one killing us. Our governance is engaged in the killing of the people to suppress and oppress us in our own land. And that's why we have to go for self-determination. Please, let's spread the word. We need to dismantle contract in Nigeria. This constitution is a fraud. This is the decree. This is a promulgation decree that's being used to rule over us. And we say no more to it. We reject it, and we are going for self-determination. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Please continue to get in touch if you want to get the t-shirt. And also, if you want to donate, you know what to do in terms of the Conifer tournament tomorrow, 21st and 22nd of May in Johannesburg. Thank you very much. You're watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Ẹ ṣeun púpọ̀ mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ darapọ̀ mọ́ wa lórí Oduduwa TV Radio. Kò ní sí wa kò ní rẹ̀ wá o. Òmìnira àyátẹ̀wá lọ́wọ́ ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣiṣẹ́ lápapọ̀ wa àdílẹ̀ lórí lápapọ̀. Tó bá ṣe díẹ̀ bóyá mo lè padà wá kí n tún wá sọ gbólóhùn kan méjì ní èdè wa. Ẹ má bínú, ètò àárọ̀ yóò já sórí pé ká sọ ní èdè Gẹ̀ẹ́sì ni. Mo dẹ̀ àwọn àrẹ tá láti ṣe ó pọ̀ díẹ̀. Ẹ ṣeun gan-an adúpẹ́. Kò ní sí wa kò ní rẹ̀ wá o. Àríjù báyìí lọ. A tún máa padà wá láìpẹ́ yìí. Ẹ ṣeun dìgbà kan náà. Bye for now. I thank you all for joining us. You're watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power in conjunction with Oduduwa TV Radio. Please do subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. Click the notification button and of course, give us a thumbs up. Thank you for watching. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. Bye. So.